Hello everyone, my name is Buddy and welcome to the Dunes of Utapau session that almost didn't happen if it wasn't for the diligent work of Sir Augustine, the new Duke of Sussex, Sir Corey Wadsworth, the newlywed. Welcome to the show today.
Oh, so Corey married Harry.
Yeah, you know. Corey has given us his time today on his day of his wedding. Before he goes off to his honeymoon to play some Star Wars, episode 20. Corey, you saved the show today, didn't you?
Yep, I did.
What are your plans for your honeymoon? You gonna
I don't know,
you gonna make Harry a man?
I'm
I
shared a picture in the general of me on my wedding day.
You look so happy.
So happy.
Using Discords. Using the Discord app.
By the way, the world has seen it now.
Has the world seen my fucked up hand?
They must have.
Just scroll up.
Actually, we're definitely gonna. Just to be fair, I'll zoom in on that for the world. There we go.
And then show yourself, and then Cedric and Chris can post pictures,
yeah, so
and we'll all be out in the open.
This is a picture of me. Just kidding. That's Rick Perry. These are all pictures of me. Okay. Yeah. So what's going on?
So we're introducing the show. It's the Dunes of Utapau, episode 20.
I got a little lost there. I got a little lost.
Chris, why did you show up so late today, you bastard?
I was here before the session started.
How are you doing this week?
Pretty okay. I'm excited for what's going to happen today.
We've had a lot of pre-session stuff happening today because of.
It's going to be interesting. That's for sure.
Okay, cool. Charles, how are you doing on the royal wedding day? Have you been celebrating? Have you been out and about?
No.
Oh, that's me.
Oh, yeah. It just works.
Huh?
It just works.
Oh, yeah. It does. That is fair. Cedric, how are you doing? I forgot. I forgot.
Oh, he did that, mate.
Oh, ignore the URL. I realized that could be slightly incriminating.
I didn't know that you were named Todd Howard at birth.
I didn't know you were named.
Was that in 2010?
I didn't know you were named Prince Harry at birth, but we all learn things.
Now, honestly, I kind of want to take the picture Toe sent us and Photoshop it onto Camilla's, or not Camilla. What's the name of the person he married?
Meghan Markle.
Meghan Markle. So I'm gonna Photoshop his face on Meghan Markle, and I'm gonna pay paparazzi to get a picture of them fucking, so I can put it right on him.
I mean, I feel like you're gonna pay a lot of money for that. The way you said that, it was like, oh, I'll pay my local guy Dave. He always gets those kind of photos, you know.
Yo, Dave has a one price for everything. A tenner. Okay, I give him a tenner. He gets me anything I want: organs, drugs, dead people, live people.
It's a roulette. It's a colorful cavalcade of crap with Dave. Anyway.
I don't know why you need to actually Photoshop pictures of me in a relationship with my now husband, Marshall.
For some reason,
posting them everywhere.
I need to re-Photoshop it because every time you post a picture, someone then edits out your face and puts a weird woman's face on. So
I understand.
Yeah, so I'm basically just returning it to its normal state.
It's an artist restoration.
Yeah, I'm restoring them.
I mean, that is the way to go. All right, are we all ready to start today?
I guess after all that.
Okay. Well, so you're all sitting around in the hospital waiting for the news. The audience doesn't know what's going on because as he gets wheeled out about 8 hours after he was admitted, gets wheeled out by the droids, a restored Merkava with a very nasty-looking brain cage over his face. A different, like, they've taken off his mask and replaced it with a different kind of respirator that only really covers the bottom half of his mouth. It's rather nightmarish. And he's in a wheelchair, and you still can't move, Merkava, but you're out of the tank and you can breathe, and they've got a little voice module for you to talk.
Oh my god! Please
Hello,
put
Darth
him in a
Vader.
suit. Holy fuck!
He's just in a bit of a more technologically advanced wheelchair. You can move yourself around.
They cut out the scene in Revenge of the Sith in between where Darth Vader is in the transitory wheelchair period before he's put in the full suit.
One of the droids says, "Your friend has been discharged. Thank you."
Thank you.
How many crits do I still have?
All of them.
Oh, nice. Good work, guys.
Also, notice that he was injured enough for the droids, but I wasn't.
All right.
To be fair, he was in a colto tank permanently, basically, until we found that thing.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna start bleeding out again. So we.
No, you'll be fine. You're in the brain
So
cage.
you still have crits for the purposes of the rolls, but none of them are affecting you except for the crippled
Yeah.
on the arm and also your leg injuries. You can't walk.
So most of them are affected.
So if you suffer more crits, they will apply, but for now, you're not actively bleeding out or anything.
Okay. Thank God. I was like, well, put me back in, boys.
You can move yourself around in the wheelchair. Your right arm works, and you can talk.
Also,
That's-
if you die, apparently it can bring you back to life, so long as you're wearing the brain cage.
The brain cage has to be applied, I think, after he's dead. So I don't think. That's
Well,
gonna
no,
work.
yeah. Well, I mean, you designed it, I think.
No, I didn't.
So,
I didn't. It's
oh, no, you didn't?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, either way,
It was given to us by the Elder Gods.
I think it's assumed that if he dies with the brain cage on, the brain cage is destroyed or something. So
Sounds good to me.
I mean,
That
means we have to saw it off his head before he dies.
So, what's on my face?
Yeah.
Did the droids not tell you?
did
know
we
that
not tell him?
Conscious for days.
The only thing you remember, Chris, is flashes of these. Actually, because of how horrific it was, the only thing you remember about the last 8 hours is the fucking spider droids.
Robot spiders.
Oh man,
With
yeah.
actual
And just to let you know, we're not talking about the standard robot droids where they kind of look like robots. No, these things look like giant spiders, but are actually robots.
You want to know one
I'm well
guaranteed
aware.
way to freak the fuck out of Putty? Just post a picture in the chat of a spider.
I couldn't get a spider druid form in a campaign recently because I was not going to find that picture.
Yeah. I mean, you could always post like a cartoon spider.
I tried that. Never again.
Anyway.
Wait, what happened? Here you go. Here, I'll send you a cartoon spider.
No! No, I mean, that's adorable.
All right, I'm posting what I imagine these spider droids look
Oh
like.
no, don't.
Oh, God.
Oh, poor Putty.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Blue balled. Blue balled.
Blue balled. You were fear balled.
Oh, no, now I'm going to get the full thing.
Okay.
Okay. So is there any conversation the four of you would like to have? It's been a while since you've been awake, out of Colto, and in the same room together.
Yeah, so what's on my face?
It's a
Something
thing we
that's
found.
saving your life right now?
Oh, that's great, but I'd like to know more about it.
Well, I'm sure you would, but we don't know.
We just found
Then
it.
how's it saving
So-
my life?
I don't
Do
know.
I
Ask the
look like-
droids.
Do I look like the tech expert here?
Okay, so when you found it, I mean, I think you
didn't
probably
it-
found
Yeah.
Yeah, you found documentation that told you all about as much information as is on the handout, and you would know it like it's a brain cage that's injecting fluids into you to keep you stable. And you also know about his respirator. It's clearly a more powerful respirator that also has a voice module, but it doesn't offer as much kind of environmental protection.
Have you ever heard of the person named Stephen Hawking?
Oh God. Basically, that thing is keeping you alive by constantly circulating chemicals through your body. You're basically like half chemicals right now, and you've got a more powerful respirator than usual.
He's more man than machine.
No, the other way.
More
The other
machine
way.
than man.
There you go.
I'm like 5% machine.
5%? Come on.
I think actually I'm more machine than Merkava.
No, for sure. Well, yeah, no. You're the like.
No,
fucking-
I'm more synthetic. I don't actually have machine parts on me right now. Because I've got
Oh, that's true. You took
prosthetics.
your arm off. Yeah.
I don't have my arm on.
Well, you
If
just
we can
wave it
find
around.
another arm and put it on me, then I would be.
I mean,
Naboo is right around the corner.
I know, right?
So, what all? Well, first of all, where are we?
We're in the upper city now.
Mhm.
That's the one.
Wait, it's real?
Yes, it's a real place.
Oh my god! I thought
We just went up the elevator. Like, it
Mhm.
was that simple. We just went up the elevator.
Also, Kastari, at this stage, I think you can feel for both Merkava and Cedric unfiltered darkness.
God damn it. I'm not,
Is everything all right, Kasari?
They both know. I think they're shady as hell. I'm just gonna keep a very close eye on them, and keep my lightsaber handy at all times.
My favorite part about last session, though, was Kasari being like, "Yeah, I'm gonna give Cedric the benefit of the doubt." 10 minutes later, when the session ends, by the way, you feel uncontrollable darkness coming from Cedric.
Kastari, you get boost to vigilance checks related to Merkava and Cedric for the rest of the session.
Ooh, thank you.
Yeah,
anybody would like to share in this conversation?
I say, we also discovered a battle scene where two Jedi fought out.
I
Well,
don't think there were two Jedi.
Two Force users, or at least two lightsaber wielders. And we ended up finding evidence of, well, some things that may have happened to him. One of them ended up surviving and, well, barely surviving in a ventilation shaft. The other two went to the hospital, and one of them got admitted with a lot of injuries. Was saved by the droids, I think. So as far as we know, everyone involved in the fight somehow survived. At least I think. Technically, I don't know what happened to the red lightsaber wielder who was in the ventilation shaft. They could have died like somewhere else. Like they could have crawled away and just unfortunately died. But they didn't die in the ventilation shaft, I'm assuming, because, you know, their corpse wasn't there.
One thing I will say is that when you got out of there from after investigating, the blood trail, like, it wasn't going any further upstairs. So if they did climb back out of the ventilation shaft, they were well patched up enough to not leave any blood wherever.
Yeah, and I remember you saying that there were the remnants of medical supplies in there. So that totally...
Some bandages and stim packs.
So it checks out that they would have healed themselves.
Yeah.
So unless they, like, left, they were fine, and then accidentally tripped on a banana peel and, like, fell the entire way down the
It happens!
It happens. What was... Oh, and then we also found strange books. Still not sure what they're about.
The tomes.
Yeah.
Left them all, right?
We left them there for now. Mainly because they're really heavy.
Like however.
I think all of them would have been like, what, like 10 encumbrance or something?
I forgot. Did we ever manage to turn off the force fields?
We did.
Oh,
To the books?
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no,
Yeah.
we are best buds with that librarian now. Well, I don't know about best buds, but she tolerates us.
A librarian?
That's the start to any friendship.
There's people here.
No, it's a droid.
It's a droid.
Turns out this planet's upper city seems to be so far fully automated by droids.
There were 2 encumbrance per book.
How many books were there?
About 6.
So 12 encumbrance, yeah. They're really heavy, so I say that we get them once we're leaving instead of carrying them around everywhere. That'd just be inconvenient.
Yeah. Speaking of leaving, how long?
I mean, I
until
could
you
have
do
carried
that?
2 if you'd have liked.
Sless? No.
Anyway, speaking of leaving, how long until we're good to go?
Well,
We've no idea. We haven't found a way off yet.
Can you predict the next time we see a ship capable of interplanetary flight?
No, I was just wondering while I was out if you guys found anything.
No.
Nothing that
No,
can
we-
get us off the planet.
Honestly, if we could have
Excellent.
gotten off the planet, then we would have probably not bothered spending 8 hours in surgery and just dragged the Kolto tank into the ship.
We also discovered some interesting things about the history of the Sith. The recent history of the Sith.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Another thing, though. Where's my stuff?
I like how you're not interested at all in that. Because you know it all already.
Where's your stuff?
Where is Merkava's stuff? Oh, I
It's
believe it
still-
would have.
It's in a trash heap.
Did we decide to bring it
Your
with us
stuff's
when
gone.
we were?
We burned it all.
No, I think you still left it at the top floor of Zerka.
Oh.
yeah,
I
it was at
specifically-
Zerka.
I specifically remember.
No,
getting
I'm
to the
pretty sure
elevator.
we brought it to the at one point to the medical area because Charles or Cedric decided to rummage through some of it at one point.
Okay. How about you just have it? You took it up with you to the hospital.
Yeah, either way,
Yeah.
I feel like if we were spending 8 hours in
Like-
surgery, we probably would have at least spent the time to bring it up. It's not like a unrealistic expectation.
Well,
Although, actually, one thing I will say then, who would have gone and got the stuff?
I guess it would have.
I would have.
Oh, okay. Sure, you could have gone and got
Yeah,
the stuff.
just cut Sless
Like-
down in his prime.
Why
I'm
didn't you?
still alive.
What about if you both went?
I mean, I don't care. Sure, we both.
Yeah, like
we divided the stuff
Divided the
between
stuff.
each other
Yeah.
evenly because that's
Somebody-
communism.
Somebody out of you two then make an assisted vigilance check. It'll be average.
I think what's your vigilance? Because I have a pretty decent vigilance.
I have
I have
1 yellow, 2
ranks.
green.
I just have 2 ranks.
I have 3 skill, so like 3 willpower. So if you assist me, then I get your 2 skill. Is that the way it works?
Or if
That is
you
the way.
assist me, I get your extra green.
That does also work.
Yeah, I'll be
Really?
focused on carrying the stuff. I'll assist you.
Okay. And what's the difficulty?
Average. I'm going to flip Destiny, so 1 challenge and 1 difficulty.
Oh, all right.
Big cloud of awful.
Aw.
I feel a disturbance in the force.
So as you're
It's almost if
gathering
it's gotten lighter.
the stuff and bringing it up, you notice something off about the elevator.
By the way,
but
you
can't
added
put
a
your finger-
dark side point. You did flip one, I think.
No, I
Wait.
flipped one.
No, he did.
Oh, but we already had. Oh, we all had. Oh, you forgot to add Merkava's 1 light side dice to the dice pool.
No, I didn't.
No.
We had 1 light side point. Kasari adds another light side point, and 2 dark side force users flips those 2 to the dark.
Oh, is that how it works?
That's why at the
I did.
beginning I was yelling, "You evil sons of bitches!" Really loud.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was confused how that worked. Never mind. Continue then.
I don't remember
Okay.
if that was on camera, so I can do a reenactment for the audience if you want.
Sure, sure.
Yeah. You evil sons of bitches! Okay, that was it.
Okay, that was good. So So, as you're removing the stuff, you, Sless, notice something a little off with the elevator, but you can't quite put your finger on it.
I turn to Cedric and say, I don't know what's off, but there seems to be something different about the elevator. I think that we should be careful, because it could either be that something's broken and we might fall a very far distance, or it could be something as simple as the lights are off. I don't know. But it just doesn't look right.
Well, what I'll say is falling a very long distance is not fun. So
You want to
let's
do
be
our
careful.
safe property damage strategy?
To get all the way to the upper city.
Oh, the elevator up to the upper city is off. Okay, I thought you were talking about the Circa building elevator.
No, you weren't even going to Circa because it was in the medical.
Where
center.
are they?
Okay.
Right now?
They're at the bottom of the main elevator for the first trip.
We're all in hell.
I'll say that we just got to hope, because that's our only way up to the upper city.
Yeah, let's hope. Let's
You
do that hoping.
You successfully get all of his stuff up and into the hospital without any incident.
Oh, okay. Sure. I guess I guess I was overreacting.
What a drama queen.
Someone was trying to stealth into the elevator to get up, and you guys just, nope, nothing here. Like they're literally standing in between
we
you two.
bring all of the Merkava stuff to the area, just before he gets his surgery.
In Merkava, you now have all this stuff. Are you just going to let Kasari's comments about recent Sith history pass, or are you going to
No.
inquire on that?
I will inquire on that now as I, get dressed and all that.
He's
You
like,
can't get up from that wheelchair.
he's like, so
No,
you guys want to get a burger?
You literally cannot move, basically.
You're not going to be able to put armor on. You can pick your lightsaber up.
You can cut your own arm off.
Does he not have normal robes?
He has robes on, but not
Okay.
But it's not Jedi robes either. It's hospital gown.
Oh.
And I can't even look cool.
You also probably feel a slight breeze around your butt.
I'll live.
It's a pretty high tech wheelchair. It's got heating.
Oh, hell yeah. No, we're
It's got
keeping
butt
this.
heating.
This is now the captain's chair. So,
It's like Daphne's chair from Doctor Who.
Oh shit, that's
Actually,
awesome.
Chris basically is Davros now because Davros has this thing on his head too.
Dude, but Davros, if he opens his shirt, has like his fucking ribs are open to the air, and you can see his goddamn heart. He's such a mess.
How do you know that's not Chris?
they're like, oh, you wanted that stuff? Whoops. I guess we'll just have to fill it with mechanical stuff.
Okay, so do you inquire about Kasari then?
Yes. So, what did you guys learn?
At this point, it's been like 25 minutes since you said that, Kasari. So, and then Merkava just turns to you and says, well, what did you guys learn?
What?
About the Sith?
Oh, that. Okay.
Sorry, I'm still waking up.
Did you just have a stroke?
I think so.
His eyes are pretty glazed over, and he hasn't got his lenses on, so it's, you've never really seen his eyes before.
I wonder about the quality of this brain cage.
His eyes are
it's
also
keeping him
glowing
alive,
yellow.
but
His eyes are also glowing yellow, and as you look at his face, you can just way more wrinkles than you're used to.
Oh God. That's not good.
Thanks, guys.
He's so evil. That's not from us.
Mm.
Okay.
No, just your reaction. Don't hold it back or anything.
We all are just
well, I
vomiting.
mean,
We're all just
Sless
vomiting.
doesn't have any reaction. He doesn't know what natural eye colors your species
But
has.
Sless, you can see that those wrinkles are not healthy for Keldors. You know that
Well,
much.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm just sort of vomiting. I'm just like, oh.
I say, did the surgery age you somehow?
I say, I don't think it did, Sless.
No, well, I'm not bleeding
Is it
out.
the chemicals then?
No, it's not. I pat Sless on the back. I'm like, no. Anyway, so your question, what was it? You want to know about the Sith?
Yeah, what'd you guys learn?
Well, it's a long story.
Oh boy.
I look at Kasari and I kind of whisper to Kasari, how much do we want to tell him that we know?
Everything. No,
Let's make a stealth check against Chris's vigilance.
All right.
Oh boy, this will actually be an interesting check.
Oh boy. Oh baby boy.
What's your vigilance, Chris?
It is 2 yellow, 2 green.
Can I flip Destiny on this?
Sure.
That's weird.
I know. I've done it.
I will counter flip then.
Oh god, what happened?
You don't have
Okay,
enough.
then.
No. You don't have enough Destiny points to do that because you both use life.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Celeste gets to flip.
Wait, that's weird.
Yeah, it is a little weird. I won't flip the Destiny die. It's just
It's because
I'll
I've done
keep
it in
it
the
an
past.
even playing field out of respect of Chris.
What?
Okay.
I approve of the course of events.
Oh,
Chris, you hear that?
What was that?
God damn it, you motherfucker.
well, I don't know how much time we really have to explain everything to you when we could be finding a ship.
Oh.
Well, I guess we could start with an explanation.
I'll start at the beginning then. Long ago, there were the Jedi. No, I'll move forward a few years. What we learned was, let me just very quickly refresh myself. I think, yeah. So basically, we learned about the Hand of the Sith, which is basically a group of people either related by blood or by bond to the Sith Emperor. We learned their names entirely. There was Zinzalin, there was Shada, and who was the last one? The last person had a normal name. It was like, Ellen or something. You guys remember? I'm trying to look for it.
I don't remember.
I just keep seeing the word spider over and over again. The word spider comes up so many times in these logs. These were truly written by Buddy.
Hey, dude, spider droids, dude. They're really freaky.
Helda.
Merkava can attest.
Helda. I
yeah.
remember because it was Buddy's character in the dating sim. Okay. So
Context.
What?
Oh, nothing.
Okay. Anyway, it was, right?
It was, I'm
yeah.
saying that, like, out of context, that's a very interesting sentence.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Don't worry. It was a normal. It was a monster dating simulator, so it wasn't weird.
It was completely normal.
I was wrong. Context makes it worse.
So anyway, yeah. So Helda, Shada, and Zinzalin. Zinzalin's the boy. Shada and Helda are the girls. They, I believe, they refer to each other as brothers and sisters. Of course, that could just mean by bond. It doesn't necessarily mean they're literally blood related, but they could be. And I think there is this implication that by bond, the Emperor is also related to them. Does this sound good to you two so far? Am I?
Yeah,
Okay.
that seems like a fairly accurate summarization of what we learned.
Yeah.
These three came to this planet at various points. I believe Shada arrived here first, and Zinzalin and Helda followed suit later in an effort to release the virus. I don't think it was said exactly why they wanted to release the virus, was it? I mean, it was hinted at. I don't think they literally spelled it out for us.
I don't believe so.
Well, what was hinted at?
We had some theories. What do you guys think?
Riveting theories.
I'm kind of. I don't think we actually really theorized on much.
Didn't we? I swear to God, Toe, you had a theory.
Why don't you embrace us with your theory, Marshall?
I don't have a fucking theory. That was a way of me saying, "Hey guys, do you have theories?" We also know
it was definitely something evil.
An important thing to know that this was before the Emperor died. They came here during the Mandalorian Wars, near the end. They were aware that the Mandalorian Wars were coming to a close, which meant they were well informed, but the Mandalorian Wars hadn't happened yet. Malachor 5 hadn't happened yet. The Emperor hadn't been confronted yet by you. And they, so this is pre all that craziness.
As I recall, it wasn't that crazy.
Even in these logs, it tells that Zinzalin was, or wait, no, which one? Helda. In these logs, it says that Helda was originally going to be sent to Corellia to assassinate the senator. So they'd been planning that for a long time in advance, at least a couple years in advance. I mean, that's been a really long way coming. Anything else I'm missing, guys?
Now that I think about it, this planet is a pretty popular planet for Republic fuel reserves, right?
Yeah.
Was.
No, so you guys would know. I'd say Cedric would probably know that they were trying to make it a popular planet for Republic fuel reserves, but they hadn't. They got a little bit of fuel from there, but they were trying to increase it.
Do you think that the reason why that the Sith unleashed this thing upon this planet was to prevent it from becoming an essential fuel reserve to weaken the Republic?
Or, something even more disturbing, Malastare perhaps didn't matter at all to the Sith, and it was simply a test case for their real target.
That's not an unreasonable assumption.
I think both are potential.
Here's the reason you would select Malastare as a target. It was clearly isolationist. And so, it's easy to keep hidden. And if you were testing a world-killing virus, you would want to keep it pretty hidden from the world you want to then later kill with it. So Malastare would be a perfect test case to keep it secret from the rest of the galaxy. They test it out, they make sure it works, they work out any kinks in the formula, and then they send it to Coruscant or Corellia or any of the other most important planets.
This would square away with your knowledge that, what's happened, this isn't become a galaxy-defining event even a year afterwards. Only Cedric would have even or Cedric and Merkava would have even heard about Malastare until you arrived.
Yeah. So no one even knows exactly what happened to it, right? They just occasionally people were like, "Oh, don't go there. It's they'll shoot you." That was the big thing that kept getting brought up, that they would shoot.
That's a fair theory, but there are. You said the Sith inhabited the. I'm completely forgetting what it's called in the Star Wars universe. It's outside the galaxy, the
wild space.
Galaxy. Yeah, basically, they inhabited wild space where there's probably hundreds of planets where they could have tested this on, and really had no one know what was going on. It seems weird that they would pick Malastare, which, while in the Outer Rim, is still awfully close to Republic space.
Clearly it was a good target, though, if that was their plan, because
I guess
no one's found out. And activating the giant spaceship defense system would be a really good way to make sure no one investigates the problem. It's like, oh,
Especially
well,
when there's already a natural asteroid field as well.
yeah, so it's like, if you fly to... Oh, man, I'm starting to like this theory. So if you fly to Malastare, you'll get shot down. So sorry, we're not going to investigate whatever the fuck's going on there, because they'll kill you.
Well, I guess we can bring it to
so-
the Jedi, because clearly this is information that the Republic wants us to destroy.
So yeah, I mean... So Celeste, I kind of understand what you're saying with, yeah, there could be better targets, but at the same time, there's so many targets that it's hard to say, like, well, they didn't pick the most optimal. You know what I mean? Like
No, I understand. I understand.
They were spoiled for choice. So, you know, it's interesting though. I'm starting to think that.
I think that your theory is valid. I'm pointing out that it isn't completely rock solid.
What do you think, Merkava?
Well, we're in an interesting sort of pinch here. Because, on one hand, I mean, I don't know. Like, I wonder how far this goes into, like, because the Republic wants us to get rid of all this information, right?
So, not really the Republic, just what's the guy's name?
The Chancellor, the newly elected Chancellor.
The newly elected Chancellor is his name actually Khan?
Mm-hmm.
Khan! Yeah, he's from Alderaan.
Yeah.
No, Carson.
He's...
Oh.
Yeah, he has allies in Alderaan.
Oh, I swear to God, who was the guy from Alderaan? We definitely heard about a guy from Alderaan back.
If you go back to the bonus content from Corellia, you have, I think, 3 or 4 senders that were listed on that stuff.
Yeah, and I think one of them was... Anyway, yeah.
I'll try and
Either way, it was to prevent conflict from happening within the Republic.
Yeah, but there's conflict that needs to happen.
You know what? I agree with you. And at the end of that conflict, we need to rename Randosha.
Oh?
Look,
What?
it's a bigger problem than you think. To what? What?
Oh, God.
Yeah, what are you gonna rename it to?
Its actual name, Hiskor Merkava.
Yeah. I pinned the document if you guys are interested.
Also pin a picture of Sless being pissed as fuck.
Just take the picture I'm using for Sless currently and just Photoshop a frowny face on him.
No, I'm gonna look up Angry Trandoshan.
You might get some interesting pictures.
Apparently it's a sex position in Canada. The Angry Trandoshan.
Organa. Okay, yeah.
Organa.
Fucking Organa. Basically as annoying as the what do you call them?
What do you call them? About to be racist, Marshall?
No. No,
Were you about to say the blacks, Marshall?
No, whoa, no. The one character. I can't think of his fucking...
Oh, guys, do you guys want to meet fucking Senator Jaceki? The boy?
The boy? Okay.
Fucking Jaceki with the Corellia Blockade Order number 3, which was clearly just a worse version of Corellia Blockade Order number 3.5.
Well, at least they're trying to make it better.
What a good lad.
Either way, I do believe that we should not keep this information from the galaxy. It's not fair to the people, despite how much the Republic wishes to be stable.
Keep in mind that he only asked you to get rid of the Catalana Savoya stuff. You haven't told him anything about the Sith.
No, we're going to make it all revealed. This is Sless's chance to rise up in the political sphere of the Republic.
I thought you were more going for the gaming.
Look, at the end of this session, I'm gonna invest some experience points investing into the politician skill tree.
Oh, well, what if his failures in competitive Snake come up on the campaign trail? How will he be able to deal with it? He has stage fright already.
Look, Sless, when Sless becomes the new Chancellor, that'll definitely be a confidence boost. Either that, or he'll outlaw all shame he gets during competitive Sless game or Snake gameplay.
Why do I feel like Snake is going to become the intergalactic sport?
It isn't already.
It is already the intergalactic sport.
It's the game for you and me.
It's more iconic than any other sport in the Star Wars universe, didn't you know? More iconic than that weird thing called pod racing, whatever that is.
Anyway, should we do a bit more exploring, see if we can find a way off this?
Oh yeah,
place?
we should find a ship.
The dark side. We haven't been to this section yet, right?
Wait,
No.
just quick check. Does my lightsaber still work?
Yes.
Okay, thanks. I have that. Alright.
As he sits in his wheelchair, one-handed, can't move his other arm or his legs, he just starts swinging his lightsaber.
Rolling around in chocolate sauce.
Okay, let's go.
Yep.
Alright. Who wants to push me?
You can
push yourself.
You're telling me that this is so advanced of a wheelchair that it has a butt warmer, but it isn't. You can't move it by yourself.
Well, I didn't want to make
an
that
electric
assumption.
wheelchair.
Actually,
Alright,
to be fair, while Merkava knows that, I would have you guys roll medical checks to see if you know it can move on its own.
Okay.
What difficulty?
Well, I didn't know if you want to roll them. Okay, it's going to be easy.
All right, I'll roll.
Nope.
It's a medicine check.
Yeah, knowledge. No, wait. Wait, just roll medicine. Just roll medicine.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think there is a knowledge medicine.
There should be, damn it.
Yeah, let's add more skills.
I've already got competitive computer gaming. Slash, you know it moves on its own. Although you think that every now and then it needs a kickstart.
I got a hold for the starter rules that that Josh Sawyer published for Pillars of Eternity, the pen and paper RPG, and they have like 100 skills. It's fucking crazy.
There's gonna be a Pillars of the Eternity pen and paper RPG.
Originally, it started as just like a backer reward, but from what I've heard, they want to actually make it into like a real game.
Oh damn, that might be interesting.
Yep. Anyway.
I mean, 100 skills sounds like a real pain to manage, but
It wasn't literally 100, but it was way more than any modern RPG system.
Are you rolling, Marshall?
Oh no, I don't care.
Okay. Well, I tell Cedric that if you're going to be pushing, you don't really need to. It just needs a kickstart every once in a while, and it moves on its own from there.
Good, I'll give it.
By that, I mean you actually need to kick it to start it.
Oh, please don't. I'm so frail.
Kick him! Kick him in the face!
Wait, what are my wounds at right now, buddy?
One under your threshold, same for strength.
Oh my god, you're so fucking weak! You are really frail.
So also, as you guys are going along, Merkava, I think you're definitely troubled by your recent discoveries of your own, and I'm wondering if you're trying to mask that.
Well, I probably look pretty distressed anyway.
That's
So-
fair.
You look like an old man in a wheelchair with glowing yellow eyes.
So, at some point, and this
Yeah,
is
can I get my lenses back before my eyes dry out?
Aw, but Merkava, your eyes are so pretty. They
Merkava,
take away
you
from
notice
the
that
wrinkles.
you notice that they've put much smaller, hard-to-see lenses in your eyes.
Oh, okay. I guess I just didn't feel them at first.
So
No.
at some point while we're walking with the slowest wheelchair ever, no, I just imagine it's
It moves at like half a mile an hour.
At some point I kind of fall back and stand and walk next to Merkava, and I say this sort of quietly, but not in a way where it's like the others could totally listen in if they want. I'm not being secretive, but I'm being sort of, I don't know what's the word, discreet. I'm letting them know that I want it to be private, but I'm not like hiding it from them that I'm talking to him. So it's up to them if they want to listen.
I'd like to know before you say it, then if you two are listening.
Nope.
I don't know. I'd probably just be paying attention on finding this ship.
Go ahead.
Awesome.
Okay.
Give me all the secrets.
Oh, no. I'm not giving you shit, motherfucker. I'm asking you a question.
Oh, okay.
That's literally what you say, and I say that. No, I say, Merkava, I have a question for you.
Alright. Ask away.
You should also say it in the robot voice, since you are talking through a little robot speaker.
Hold on. Let me see if I can't find a Discord, or like a voice modulator for Discord.
No. Just get a cup. Just get a cup.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Do
That's the lamest way to do it.
Bane.
Hello. You merely.
Oh!
You merely.
You're not trapped in here with... I'm not trapped in here.
You adapted to the dark, but I was born in it, molded by it.
Sorry, what happened to your voice?
That's how you hear things.
We're all talking with our hands over our mouth. Hey!
Down here we all float.
You think this gives you power over me?
Anyway, I fucking love Bane. I say, look, we learned a little about the Emperor, and I know that you fought him at the end of the war, along with your friends and Cedric, right?
My friends? You mean... Shao, right?
Yeah, I forgot it was Shao, yeah. So you, Shao, Cedric, and that weird guy I've never met or heard of, he's...
Oh, Ita, the...
Ita! Yeah, the four of you, everyone's like, what the fuck was that noise?
I wasn't trying to listen to him, but it's just your Kasari going make a weird battle cry.
I say, I heard that you were the one who put him down. Is that correct?
Yeah. Basically, it was a lucky blow that basically ended him. It was a close fight, and as I remember, yeah, we all came out pretty beat up.
I found out something pretty strange. And I want you to tell me why this is.
Mm-hmm.
I found out that the Emperor had a ring that was his mark of imperial power. And I heard you took it from him.
Yeah, a trophy of sorts. Something to remember all the progress I made.
Carl, you notice Kasari's wearing it.
Could I have that back?
No.
But why though?
Because this is a Sith ring, and you're a Sith.
Care to elaborate on that claim?
Have you seen yourself in the fucking mirror, Merkava? Literally,
That's a good... Oh shit, that's more of a question than you know!
Seriously,
Yeah.
your skin is flaking off like you're more ashy than like ash, okay? And your eyes are glowing yellow. I can feel the hatred.
Merkava, is that what you saw in the mirror recently?
I can feel the hatred and anger pouring off of you like a wellspring of darkness. Maybe you're not a Sith in tradition, but you're certainly completely coated in the dark side, along with... I just sort of nod up ahead to Cedric.
Well,
That's why it seems kind of awkward when you say, oh, I took this incredibly ancient Sith artifact as a trophy. That's like an alt-right guy saying, oh, I just wear the Nazi bandana for history. Like...
is Kasari having a seizure as she says that?
Yeah.
No. There's just this alt-right movement on Coruscant a couple of years ago that turned into this real fascist thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Space Nazis.
So it's like it doesn't look so good when you're like, I just took it as a trophy, eh? But also I fell to the dark side.
No, anything that I've done here, believe me, I regret wholeheartedly, but I've done everything that I have to protect you guys.
But you've done it the wrong way.
In retrospect, yes.
Where's the hatred and anger, Merkava?
But we're
Do
past that at this point.
Strike me
We
down.
need to focus on the road ahead.
Do it.
Now,
I don't think Sasori's past that.
This is just the little voice in your head, by the way. I'm just role playing the dark side for you. Do it.
so if you could
Look at
return
that
my ring,
Unlimited
that'd be...
power.
She's so disgusting. Cut her.
Stroke me now.
Just take the ring from her, Merkava. You're stronger than her, even in your state. Do it.
Logic begs to differ.
Pick up your
Stroke me
lightsaber
now,
and
I'll
crush
become
this weakling.
stronger than ever before.
You're not driven by logic, Merkava, you're driven by pride.
You know that weaklings like her will destroy the Jedi Order. You can save it. Take the Council, kill them all, and become the ruler of the Jedi.
I've heard... Wait, what? Rule the Jedi?
With an iron.
Hey man, this is what you're thinking, okay?
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
Wait, is this canon, what Merkava's thinking?
The dark side is wild and unpredictable. I bet some of those thoughts are in his head right now.
I like to imagine all three of our voices were in his.
Yeah.
And as Merkava found out earlier, sometimes his inner monologue can take the form of people he knew.
Yep.
Apparently, his inner monologue was also asking for him to be stroked now, so he
Also-
could become stronger than ever before.
Also, something else you should know, Merkava.
Yes.
I didn't take the ring from you. Did you know that?
Wait, what?
I wasn't the one who put this ring on my finger. Well, I mean, I eventually did. But in a more broader sense, he was. I point at Cedric. He
He
took
also
it
noticed
off
the
of you.
gauntlet on his arm.
Oh yeah, also he took the gauntlet off of you. Look at that.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it's really heavy. And,
the roads in the Culto.
yeah, like, there's no reason to get that all gross. That'd take forever to clean.
Oh my, that's literally what he said. God damn it. I'm
So what you're saying is consistent story is consistent.
I mean, this is where it's due, man. That is a consistent story. Cedric was like taking the shit off of your body, and I was like, "Whoa, what you doing?" And he's like, it'll get rusty in there. it'll get all corroded." And I was like, "Oh, okay." Anyway, so we continue to the next room.
Are you spending too much? Are you spending a lot of time in this portion, or are you heading to one of the doors?
What's in this portion?
Okay,
Yeah,
so
it's
once
like
again,
From
the other portions, it is many pods. However, this is probably the least disturbed looking set of pods that you've seen so far. There are a lot of just single pods that Kasari, you know from previous exploration, are probably little homes or little sleeping areas for people, and a few pods fused together to create bigger buildings like a restaurant, like a convenience store, maybe some offices here or there. The biggest building probably is a restaurant in the center, and you can see towards the edges of these buildings, once again, the floor and the roof is metal, but the outer is a giant glass pane that gives a view to the lower city.
I just realized the pods, the image I had of the pods in my head were completely different than what apparently they seem to be are from that description.
They're like stacked up box-shaped pods with little hatches to open into them.
Yeah, I thought they were like little things that were just barely big enough to fit a body.
No,
so
no,
you
no.
could
It's
sleep in it,
it's
like in
more
a
like-
cryo sleep kind of situation.
Wait,
What are you gonna say, Marshall?
wait. I'm confused because. So, are they pods you just sleep in, or are they like apartments?
They're pods you pretty much just sleep in. I mean,
Okay.
they're apartments in function because you've seen a lot of like other stuff around the bed. Everything else you're doing in that place is from the bed.
Gotcha. So it's almost like little cubby holes that you like. I'm kind of imagining like there are certain like trains that you just like have like a cubby you sleep in, and like that's your whole compartment. Anyway,
Actually, sorry, real quick.
Weird that the people here live in this condition, considering that they're supposed to be the wealthiest.
Sorry.
what?
Is this brain cage thing permanent?
Yeah, forever. No, I'm just kidding. No, you just keep it on until you're well.
Okay, thank Jesus.
Why are you asking her? I'm the one who actually read that
Well,
documentation.
I was just talking with her.
We all read it.
So you notice two big doors as well. One on the inner part of the city that you've seen before a couple times, and then one over here. The first one towards the inner part of the city is a big blast door, very rectangular. Whereas this actually just looks like a normal shaped door.
By the way, this
Doesn't that
this
door
is the
lead to the
boss.
death room?
Yeah, this is the boss room. This is like where we go if we have no other option. Because like as soon as I opened the door, things started shooting.
It's not the boss room.
It's
You
the
should
room
give
of
it a
death.
look. You should give it a look.
I gave it a look, and then I closed the door quickly and just heard do-do-do-do-do-do-do,
I
and a
think
bunch
that
of...
we should wheel Merkava in there so that we could.
We just roll him in there, close the door, hear screaming.
I give his wheelchair a little kick.
Yeah, as you should.
Wait, where? Where are you kicking it?
Like in the back.
If this is...
Like,
If this
Where are
is...
you directing it?
just forward.
Okay.
If this is anything like those wheelchairs at like the supermarket, like the little rovers, those things are not very kickable.
No, I told you it needs a kickstart every once in a while. That's how it works.
Well, Cedric does it with his prosthetic, so it's fine.
Okay.
No.
Isn't it just okay?
You know, the cold, unfeeling limb.
So pretty much all that's in here are the pods and the doors, right?
Yeah.
I got that right. Okay.
Can I look to see if there's anything of interest lying around potentially that we're missing?
In the pods or on the floor?
On the floor, really. I'm not looking at each individual pod, really.
Make an average perception check.
God damn. What?
So you don't find anything of like particular note, but you do find, as you start to look closer and start to look in corners and stuff, you find a few like discarded belongings, like handbags, ID cards, wallets, things like that seem to have been dropped at some point en masse, but have been swept into the corners by something. And you find about 200 credits in that pile.
I was wondering if there's just going to be a new copy of a Snake game.
I'm guessing.
Oh, wait, and also among those belongings, you also find Volume 4 of the Nitrosane martial arts book.
I need that one. That's what I don't have yet.
Ask me for it?
I'm pretty sure I see you like pick it up.
Yeah, you do see me pick it up and put it in my stuff.
Oh, this is the start of the duel.
Duel face searchlight.
Well, I still need volume 2 before volume 4.
All of a sudden,
No, you have volume 2.
all of a sudden, Cedric pulls out a double-bladed red lightsaber, and out of nowhere, Sless is wearing robes. He takes them off. He pulls out a blue lightsaber. We're all like, "Whoa, what the fuck's going on?"
I get stabbed through the gut and fall over dead.
Yeah, you're cut in half. Oh no, yeah, gut. Yeah.
And then Cedric's cut in half and thrown down an elevator.
Cedric, for some reason, stabs you in the gut. Probably because he doesn't want any competition when he rules his new Dark Jedi Empire.
What are you talking about, dude? No visions have ever foretold such.
No visions. No visions to foretell exactly that thing. None at all. Kasari's in the corner just humming a tune.
La 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 la.
Anyway.
Wait, what happens with the tension between the Trandoshan and
Jesus, we're all just watching this.
Well,
I just leave it. Like,
oh, okay. You don't actually ask me like a normal human person. Hey, can I have that book? You just leave it.
I'll never
no,
get it.
Because it's like volume 4, so I won't need to look at it for quite a while. And Cedric's quite a slow reader.
I say,
Like,
oh, some weird hollow book thing. I guess I'm just gonna burn this for warmth later.
Well, it's an actual book.
Yeah, I'll burn it for
it'll burn
warmth
for
later.
I like to think that books are so foreign to us that we think they're some weird like technology. We're like, oh, it's a hollow book.
Maybe to you, and maybe to Sless. Definitely not to Cedric and Merkava. You guys have seen a lot of books.
yeah.
I mean, Sless is about as old as him.
It's not about age, it's about the kinds of things they're around. They're around Jedi and stuff, yeah.
You think
Kasari would be
Trandosha's
eventually.
technologically advanced enough to not have books?
You're right, you're right. You're probably proper
I think
books.
the planet's 99% jungle and 1% gigantic city.
I mean, that doesn't mean they don't use you know, like what do you call them? I forget what they're called. Data pads. There it is. Anyway.
I was just making a joke that
okay.
it's basically not heavily urbanized like most places in the galaxy.
You're just fucking making fun of your own people.
Okay, I'll go up to Sless and
Look,
say,
the amount of Trandoshan racism has changed less. It's a defense mechanism now.
hey Sless, could you keep a hold of that book for me?
Why?
Might need it, like,
Why don't you hold on to it if you need it?
like, I literally have no room in my backpack anymore. Like,
I'm not your fucking mule.
you were putting it in your bag anyway.
Yes, but now that I was going to burn it for warmth.
Cedric, you feel this anger overcoming you right now. You're like, why is he giving me the book?
Sake.
I should just take the book.
Kill him!
You know, wait, what's the encumbrance limit of the wheelchair?
You.
Okay. So the wheelchair can't like carry extra stuff.
I feel
In
like
fact, you're punching out a little bit. Maybe it can carry you after all.
I feel like that's a little bit of a fat joke. Like,
It definitely is after I said the words punching out.
yeah.
I'm just so full of chemicals.
It's all water weight.
We accidentally cut him and a bunch of just blue fluid pours out for like an hour.
I lose like 60 pounds and
it's not like a dribble, it's like spurting out.
Yeah, so Cedric, you're feeling this compulsion just to take the book. Whatever means necessary.
Okay, just give me the book, Sless.
No, just take it.
Okay.
Come on.
Why don't
bitch.
you pay me for it?
Just take it.
I mean, I found it. I expect some kind of reward.
Any
Cedric,
means necessary.
Your thoughts, Cedric, your thoughts are definitely turning violent.
Oh, do it. Kill him. Kill him. Strike him down.
dude,
Stroke
Cedric,
me now.
Just throw him a couple hundred credits and let's be on our way.
Take out your
Cedric,
lightsaber.
make an average cool check, Cedric.
Cut his legs off. Eat his legs, and then take the book. I feel like I need to roleplay your guys' brains, because you're not a dark knight.
Oh no, I'm going through it in my head what Cedric would do.
Cut his legs off.
You can choose your lightsaber or your fist, but you're hitting him.
Oh, fuck!
Fist first.
No. Cut his arm off.
Roll your attacks. Roll your attack. Do you have any melee defense?
By the way, just so we know the context,
2 points of strain to dodge it.
Yeah, you can.
Just so we know,
believe.
I don't know what. Just so everyone knows the context, I'm not sure what Merkava was doing, but while this is happening, I imagine I was just like looking through the glass on one of the pods, like on the other side of the room. Like I'm not, like I'll notice it, but I'm not that paying attention. Like I'll just hear punching.
I'll upgrade. It upgrades the difficulty by 2.
Okay, it'll be 2 challenge then. Do you have any melee defense?
Yes, I have 1 melee defense.
Challenge, 1 setback.
What are you doing, Merkava?
I'm hoping a slight breeze doesn't come across and kill me.
That's what you're focused on.
I'm blowing back at any source of wind I see.
It's a pleasant day, Merkava. Like no wind will probably befall
you start feeling wind, and you're like.
How much damage is that, Cedric?
That is 10 damage.
Holy fuck!
I assume that's a strain.
That's basically.
Yeah, that's a strain.
That's basically
okay.
Tyson punching you.
You can soak it though, of course.
You can soak it, yeah.
You see Sless almost get knocked out by a single punch.
Okay, you see Cedric starts to get angry with you as you suggest the monetary fee for the book, and just quickly big right cross across the side of your face, and you can see like Sless is like he's shook. He's wobbly. He's on wobbly legs right now.
Okay.
I probably like shake and kind of reach for my gun, but stop and say, "What was that?" Over a book?
Shoot off someone's limb.
I feel like your bones are broken. Like you must have blood all over your face.
Give me the book, Sless.
Probably knocked a tooth loose.
Oh my god. Okay, at this point I notice and walk over. I'm like, whoa! What is happening over here?
I take the book and I throw it at his feet, and I say, "Take your damn book."
What just happened?
Oh, also, Cedric, you gained 3 conflict.
Cedric just
I'm not the only
fucking
one.
swung at me because I asked him to pay a little bit for me finding a damn book on martial arts.
What? Okay, one, just, anarcho-capitalism is strong with this one, but also... But also, that's a bit of an overreaction to, frankly, what was a bit of a dick move on Sless's part, but did not deserve to be punched in the face.
Especially by Superman.
You start seeing me check my teeth to make sure that I didn't have any lose any.
They're all still in your mouth, but you know that one of them on the right side of your face is jiggling real bad.
I just imagine the two of you would go out picking flowers or something, and like it's a giant field of flowers. There must be 100,000 flowers, and Sless picks one, and Cedric's like, "Oh, that looks pretty," and Sless is like, "Okay, you pay me $1 million, I'll give it to you." Okay, anyway, but I say,
and then Cedric punches me.
yeah. I say, Cedric, that's not cool. You can't punch people when they ask you to do something.
Let's just go.
No. I need to hear you say you're sorry to him.
They're starting to get angry with Gasari now. Why should you have to say sorry? Sless took the book.
Kastari, we're going.
You're not gonna say sorry for almost killing Sless. Look at him, he's bleeding out of his face. Sless is just
Is he still conscious?
Sless, I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna pay for my dental bills. I think I need a new tooth.
Oh my
You
god!
guys see Sless fiddling with his tooth.
He needs a new tooth, Cedric. A new tooth.
I mean, Cedric, it's not like you've had new things installed. You've gone through 3 different transplants, and they're crying about one little tooth. Punch you, Cedric.
I'm gonna die.
Have Cedric roll as cool again.
Not yet, but it's getting close.
Oh, we're going. Seriously. We need to find a way off this planet, or his tooth is the least of our problems. And I just walk off at that point.
Which direction for me? Which
yeah, I'm going
Just
this way.
storms off in the wrong direction.
I did loop it. Fuck you, jukebox. What the fuck?
I walk up to Sless and I say, they are... It's much worse than I thought.
You're telling me I
Do I
felt
hear
that
this?
much worse.
No, I'd say that you're... Actually, go on. Yeah, you unless you're trying to hide it, Marshall, he probably hears it.
No, I'm not trying to hide it. I say, well, next time, just... I'll
Dodge harder.
I'll stay with you.
I say, can you do me a favor real quick before we move forward?
And
Take
punch?
this tiny fleshlight and check on my back tooth.
Oh, okay, yeah, I do that. What does it look
So
like?
you see one towards the towards the middle of the mouth, you can see one that's a little wonky, but it doesn't look too bad right now. The back teeth are all fine.
You know what, Celeste, why don't you come over here?
I say, you look all fucked up, man. But I communicate what I saw.
Oh, okay. I say, can I use my medicine knowledge to see what would take to fix that wonky tooth?
I say you can try and diagnose it yourself, but I'm going to increase the difficulty by 2 if it's on your side.
Celeste, why don't you come over here?
What would be the standard difficulty?
It would be easy for diagnosis, so it'd be up to hard on your side.
I just imagine Sless has his whole arm in his mouth right now as Merkava's like, come over here, it's okay.
I look at, I say, fine, but, sure, fine, Merkava, diagnose my tooth.
Just don't try to sell him anything. He'll punch you.
Okay, so Merkava, you fully diagnose this. That tooth is that natural tooth is never going to be the way it used to be. It's probably okay to leave in the mouth, although if you're like treating a patient professionally, you'd probably advise it coming out as soon as possible to avoid infection. And if it comes out, there are definitely a lot of solutions you know of to get a false one put in, although you don't really recommend that for like general people. But if he's really worried about it, he could have a false one put in. That natural tooth is never going to be set the way it used to be.
Aw.
Alright, well,
Don't they have...
tooth might have to come out eventually. It's not going to be a major problem, but you're going to want to look to getting that replaced
Cedric
later
is
on.
paying my dental bills. Do you know how bad the healthcare is on Trandosha?
Well, okay.
What healthcare?
We'll get your tooth fixed when we get to the next planet.
Also, is it anyone going to point out the obvious racism for Merkava? There is healthcare on Trandosha, I'll have you know.
That was a little racist, bud.
Anyway.
Data for healthcare.
Does
You
he-
know, Trandoshans
wait,
do things
does-
other than hunt people.
Does Merkava get filled with rage as these fucking PC liberals tell him he's being racist?
No, Merkava just provides a nice and appropriate trigger warning and moves on with his day. And on that note, we're going to take a quick break.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna get something to drink then.
I don't know what to do. I start hitting my head on the wall.
I don't think there is anything you can do on your end, Marshall, but if you could get the jukebox online, that'd be great. But
Oh,
hmm.
the jukebox isn't working.
Whatever the case, be back by 36. I'll see you guys in a bit. I'm back with some definitely non-alcoholic Saturday afternoon beverages.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It is definitely a clear liquid that is certainly water.
Be honest, it's vodka.
Oh, what do you take me for?
A Russian.
Oh no, I've been revealed. Look into my presidential campaign trail.
Oh no.
Sorry, I didn't get you when you walked away. Which door were you walking towards?
The one up top.
Okay.
The normal door.
Actually, we can probably, if you have you been and gotten everything you need to? Are you done with your break?
Yeah, I'm done with my break.
Like, since while they're working on Sless's dental care, you could have arrived and seen that the door is very standard door that you'll find like between rooms in this compound. It's not usually a kind of locked main compound door. It's kind of a simple door, but it does have an electronic locking system on it.
I look at it and just start trying to punch things in to see if it opens.
Oh, punches in like put in
Like codes, not actually punching it.
Okay, I'll
Well, we don't know it's Cedric anymore.
unless you want to flip Destiny, we'll see how that gets on.
I'm
when
back.
the
I'm
group
a
arrives.
good boy.
Good boy, good boy. You're early. You're really early. Would you like to take the extra 2 minutes, friend?
Yeah, I'll just leave and go back.
Just don't be too long.
Oh, I'll probably mess up if I leave now.
I think everyone's back, right?
How the hell? You know what? I may have to install a new music bot because Jukebox has been weird lately.
I'd be in favor of it.
In fact, I found a pretty cool one that actually lets you. It has like an admin website that you can look at what's playing and what's in the queue and stuff. It's a little like, I don't know, better. So I'll look at doing that before the next session.
Cool.
Could you also fix the permissions a little bit so that I can add Star Wars players and such? If not, I think you like. I think
If not, we could just keep on using that toe player.
Well, you can do at everyone, and it will contact everyone.
No, I can't do at everyone.
You can't do at everyone.
No.
You might have disabled it on the server.
Only you can do that. Or at least.
You
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
disabled it on this server for people without administration.
One thing you could do, Marshall, if you can't be asked, because I'm pretty sure swapping administrators is actually really easy.
Boom, you can do it now.
And at here, that's all I needed. Cool.
Oh man. Now I gotta actually suppress at everyone and at here on this server too.
Anyway,
So I never have to actually listen to when you guys at everyone and at here.
so, what is the main group gonna do? Are you heading towards the middle door?
I
or
mean,
the door
if Cedric is walking over that way, I'm certainly not going to walk towards the death door in exchange.
It's not a death door.
You tell that to our
It's a
past
probable
experiences.
death door.
So you guys are all heading towards Charles's door?
I guess. I mean,
Charles,
does
did you
anyone
flip
have
Destiny?
any alternative suggestions?
Charles, did you flip Destiny on your attempts? Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Okay.
I
Okay.
did. I just did it now.
In that case, you got in immediately. While you guys decide for other suggestions, Charles, you walk into what seems to be a lab full of terminals. It's like basically all terminals except a spherical kind of cubicle. That doesn't make sense at all. A spherical.
No, it makes sense. It makes sense.
Okay, I'll say it then. Spherical cubicle.
Do you mean a cubicle with rounded edges?
Yeah, kind of, but it's really small. Like you'd only almost like a booth. It's basically a booth. It's a rounded booth in the middle of the room that seems to be closed.
Turns out you're in a diner.
There seem to be more important looking terminals, and there also seem to be hatches all over the walls. And you notice on the other side of the room a door that is much more well secured than the other doors you've been seeing so far.
I'm gonna go up to the booth in the center.
So, do we know the purpose of this room? Like, is it obvious or?
Well, only Cedric is in right now.
Okay.
There are a lot of terminals, and it seems high security. I guess you wouldn't be surprised if this was where a lot of the security was controlled from.
Okay, you can just quick update. You can now at Star Wars as well.
There we go.
So as you get to
add Star Wars,
You have.
That's how you have to.
Yeah, unfortunately.
On this server for some reason. As you get to it has another electronic locking system on it.
God damn it. Electronic locks, I hate them.
oh, why? Because you can't punch them.
Exactly.
Let me see it.
Voice weirdly in
there.
my head.
Yeah, we're still
Merkava's dark side in my head.
Apparently, we're still technically doing dental work, and then we're heading over there.
Oh, okay.
Dental work.
Do you try anything, Cedric?
I'm gonna have a look at the terminals on the outside first.
Okay, they seem to be high security terminals.
I probably should let Merkava do the hacky stuff. I'm not generally that good at it. And I just shout through the doorway, Merkava, can you get over here?
Yeah, give me a second.
All right, you all head in. You all see a room full of desks and terminals, more terminals than you've seen in this entire place. The walls are blue, and there is a booth, kind of a rounded spherical cubicle in the middle of the room with an electronic locking system on it. It seems to be a main terminal towards the back of the room, and you all see towards the other edge of the room a door that seems really high security.
All right, where do you want me to start?
Start at the terminal.
Yeah, like, start this one, then
Is
go as many as possible, and then the middle thing.
Also, another update. You can now just do at Star Wars.
The Lord's work. The Lord's work.
will
what's the
Merkava
difficulty
have
of the
no
roll?
issue working with? He's basically working one-handed. Will Merkava not have any issues working on the?
Slower, but I wouldn't say it would be less effective.
Okay.
So what are you doing, Merkava, exactly?
So what's the? Wait, what?
What are you doing?
No, I'm asking for the difficulty of the roll.
What are you doing?
Oh, well, what Cedric asked me to do first. I don't know what it's called. He just said do that first.
Hack the fucking terminal!
Oh,
Cedric
got it.
feels angry. Cedric pulls out his lightsaber.
Oh man, it's gonna
So-
be Dark
so
Sider versus Dark Sider.
Merkava. When Cedric says this,
Either that or Cedric's
Wait,
gonna
wait.
turn into the Hulk.
Merkava, when Cedric says this, Merkava, you realize that there are at least 20 terminals in this room.
Does that make you angry? Does all the choice make you angry?
No, more perplexed that he's just like, hack the terminal. And I'm like, what terminal?
This fucking terminal, then that fucking terminal, then that fucking terminal.
Okay.
He points
go
to a
around
few
them.
around the edges.
You
Alright, I
said
guess
there's
I'll
an
do it in that
electronic
specific
lock
order.
in this room, buddy.
Yeah, and at the spherical cubicle.
Alright. I guess I'll
Is
just
it
wheel
po-
myself around.
Is it possible I can use my skullduggery check on it, or is that a no-go?
Yeah, it just so happens that this is a normal door locking system. It's basically like a padlock. It's just electronic, so you can definitely do that.
Okay, well, while Merkava's hacking every single
Alright, so that's 20
terminal
checks,
in the
right?
room, I'll work on that.
No, you're not doing 20 checks. You start with the first one, like on the left side of the room. You do it's a hard skullduggery check, and Merkava to get access. Now, this isn't going to get you full access for sure. You can tell that this is some high security bullshit right here. But to see what's going on and kind of get a lay of the land, it's going to be an average computer's check.
I need a double check if I have any bonuses
All
on
right.
my skullduggery.
What's going on here?
All right, so you realize that this computer gives you access to a node and a number of pathways around a large-scale security system that seems to cover the entirety of the upper city. And there are a few things that you could definitely do within there. However, you definitely notice right away that if you were to start accessing the network, this security has a built-in safeguard that if you do so without passing the normal security measures, if you try to bypass them, it's possible, but if you access the network without inputting a password, you will immediately trigger some sort of security measure. You're not sure exactly what, but you will trigger it.
Maybe don't.
By
do
the
that.
way, I've been completely forgetting to add my setback dice, so I added that. Sorry, buddy.
Just do it from future.
It's been like a consistent thing I've been forgetting about, and I feel really bad. I think it's mostly because I'm the only one suffering from the disease anymore. It's like,
I'll say, Merkava, you can probably see the network, so let me show it to you.
Okay.
Communion.
don't need none of your communion bullshit. Get out of my head.
The nodes that have labels, you can tell. The blue squares are nodes. The red squares are security measures. Obviously, the lines are pathways. If you see a yellow line, it means that those two security measures are linked. If one goes down, they both go down. And the red X means that that security measure is already down.
Okay,
Oh,
so
shit.
I'm in security right now.
You are in security right now.
All right. So, can I like poke and prod a little bit to see the difficulty of getting past one of these measures?
If you access this network, you're gonna trigger it. You're free to do that, but it'll start the it'll trigger the security.
Listen, guys. How well can we do with security measures right now?
What do you mean, security measures?
I don't know. Killer robots, nerve toxin.
Well, both you and Kasari are on the verge of death. And I feel like I'm barely able to stay awake after getting punched in the face.
It's so good.
So it would just be Cedric v. a whole bunch of robots probably, and you two potentially dead and me knocked out.
Whatever.
Cedric.
By the way, when I unlock the door, what do I see?
So yeah, so I guess Merkava is going through the stuff. Cedric is dying.
What? He just goes, whatever.
You open up the booth, and in a horror movie moment, a skeleton falls out on top of you.
Oh, that's not creepy at all.
Yeah, that skeleton popped out.
A PDA like device drops on the floor next to you.
Oh man. How did he decompose in a booth?
And also the fact that he's a skeleton rather than like a zombie thing. That's significant.
Unless the zombies can be skeletons too.
Spooky, scary skeleton.
What does the PDA say?
You notice that this is a PDA from a different planet. You're not like familiar enough with technology to know exactly where this PDA is from, but it just seems like a normal organizational PDA that was once. Also, you also found a purse as well as the PDA. I forgot to mention, but the PDA has a bunch of notes, and you can tell that like there are a few like journal entries, very small ones over the course of like it seems like they're spaced a couple of hours apart that you can read.
Oh, okay, sure. Does the purse have anything interesting in it?
It has 20 credits and an ID card.
Oh, I'll keep the ID card, and I guess I'll take the credits.
1 second. There you go. And then before you read that, I want to tell you what's on the ID card. You notice that this was the ID card belonged to a Shafana, who was a Zabraki resident of Nitrosane.
Interesting. It might be useful.
It has a Zerka logo on it as well.
Well, they didn't lie. The codes to the vault are generated here. It seems someone has to be plugged into the central machine to get them, as they regenerate on an extremely frequent basis. Odd. There is a prison of some sort on the plans of the lower city. I've never seen that down in the mines. The locking mechanisms for it are the same network as the lock to the vault door. In order to prevent the prison from opening, someone has to stay plugged into the central computer down here. But with my plan to open the vault, it's going to send a pretty big surge of current through the system. If the vault opens, the prison will open unless someone is connected to the central mainframe and rerouting the security mechanisms. That much is now concrete to me. There's no other way I can find to circumvent it. This is going to be a shame.
I appreciate you reading for that for me, Marshall, but you didn't have to.
I assumed. Well, we were sitting there silently for a while.
Oh, I was typing in Shafana's ID card circa ? In my personal gear, and then I was going to read it.
Really all tactical, because Marshall noticed that they were short snippets, and he knows now that like it's Toe's turn for the big logs.
Oh yay!
Get fucked. Next time we find a book on plants, you're gonna have to read it again.
But yeah, Chris, you should probably look in the handout section for a lot of information that they found about the orchids.
Yeah, we
okay. I haven't
totally
looked at
forgot
that
about that. Totally forgot to say that we found out loads about the orchids.
A lot, yeah.
Oh God. Give me a
I
minute.
read that whole thing, by the way, Chris. That whole thing.
Nice.
Out loud. Almost died in the process.
You're fine, bud.
We were pulling for you, bro.
No, are you saying you were having trouble reading?
Actually, it wasn't that I was having trouble reading. It was just a lot to read.
He had a water break halfway through.
I mean, to be fair, if I read
It
that,
felt like I
I'm
was
pretty sure I could lose my
in
voice.
English class, and I was told to read out an entire chapter of a book.
Of Macbeth.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you felt that way, friend. Does anybody react to the skeleton falling out of the book?
I do after I right before I loot it.
I mean, it fell on top of you. I just
I let out a little bit of like, oh.
I say,
Oh, God.
God. What the hell? Are you okay? Did it knock
I'm
your
fine.
teeth out? Okay, good.
No, it's just
The skeleton could be an ally then.
I'll say that I've dealt with dead bodies before, but I'm not usually familiar with them collapsing on me. This was a little weird.
Okay, I helped Sless get the body off him.
That's not hard.
Yes. What kind of skeleton is it?
It's humanoids. It looks relatively similar to like a humanoid, to a human's skeleton, but I mean, it could be various different races. You could make a daunting xenology check to see if you.
Sure, I'll make a daunting xenology check, mostly because I invested in at one point this is xenology, so I might as well try to use it.
Marshall, give us that base.
Daunting is 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Ace? What? Hmm?
I'm all about that base.
Yep, that's about what I should have expected.
It might be a Trandoshan skeleton. I mean, it's looking a bit Trandoshan to you.
By the way, I passed out.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait, no. If you use that for the strain, I passed out.
I'm gonna say that I used that for the strain because of
Okay.
the horror of seeing the skeleton fall on top of you.
Yep,
Makes you
I passed out.
Oh my
passed out
God.
thinking that a Trandoshan skeleton just fell on you.
Okay, so I get the skeleton off of Sless.
Did he just pass out from fright?
I think so.
That and bleeding. I look
How
at
hard did
Cedric.
you... Cedric, how hard did you hit him?
It was a light tap.
Light tap!
Bruh.
His tooth is...
So you're angry that they're questioning you right now.
Remind
They
me
shouldn't
not to
be
fist bump you. I'm pretty sure you'll kill me.
Sure, Merkava.
That
So
wasn't very angry.
what's this network anyway all about?
You're not like Cedric just doesn't give it a shit about fucking Sless passed out in the corner.
No.
I lay Sless out on a comfortable part of the booth, and I move the skeleton far away from him so it doesn't attack him again.
Hey, actually, can I take a look at that skeleton?
Yeah, you can disconnect from the computer and take a
Go
look.
play with your skeleton then.
Daunting
Okay,
xenology. Marshall, did you say you put him in the booth?
Well, like, I'm guessing there's a place where you could sit, right?
It's actually not.
Oh.
I'll describe it to you as you. Let's say you do rest him in the booth, and as you do, you notice that it's probably spacious enough that you wouldn't feel too claustrophobic in it. It's clearly designed to be stood in. There's a keyboard and a headset, like a visual headset.
I put on the headset.
All right. What kind of skeleton is it?
It is a Zabrak skeleton.
Oh.
So, Marshall, you see an interface, basically, a login interface, and you notice that like there is no screen on this headset. It's being the login interface is being projected in your mind.
Hey, sorry, it's a Zabrak skeleton.
Now that I think about it, out of character, should have just been so obvious I shouldn't have bothered rolling.
I'm just playing
Like
Tron.
literally, I picked up an ID card for a Zabrak skeleton.
You see me like fighting
Zabraki
Tron.
right next to the skeleton.
I say, well, the red lightsaber wielder we discovered who hid in the vent. He or she.
Did you take the headset on?
Yeah.
Okay. Because you notice, I'll say this: when you had the headset on, you noticed that you could barely hear anything, but when you take it off, you're fine.
Gotcha. I say he or she was. I forget, Putty. Did you designate if it looked feminine or masculine?
I did not.
Okay. He or she was a red lightsaber wielder, and we later found out that they were a Sabraki. So this could be them.
Huh. Well.
Something makes me doubt that.
I check the skeleton. Did anyone check the skeleton for injuries? I forget.
No,
like
yeah.
like someone with medicine skill should make a post-mortem of the skeleton.
All right, yeah, I'll give it a crack. What's the difficulty here?
It's really beat up. Not really beat up, but it's clearly very old. And while you definitely have knowledge of what a Zabrak skeleton looks like, you're not an expert. So it's going to be another daunting check, and it's got 2 setback for the wear and tear. And actually, Merkava, you're still suffering the effects of the sickness now. So you can add your 2 setback from that as well.
Oof. Okay. Well,
It was a triumph.
You don't come to any conclusions, but you notice that there is a chip in the skull.
well, I've got relatively nothing here, but I mean,
This Zabrak
there's a chip in the skull if
punched
anyone else
face
wants to
by
take a look
an
at it.
angry Sith Lord like I was.
Chip in the skull, and there's also a few weird burn marks near the cranium as well.
I think this may be our Jedi. Or
Yeah,
Sith.
but they're just burn marks. Could be anything.
Well, I mean, burning flesh is one thing, but burning to the bone?
I mean, I'm pretty sure that a blaster bolt on an unarmored person could probably burn to the bone.
Oh. Are they like... How are these,
Hey,
It's really loud, though.
yeah, you gotta turn it down to the proper jukebox volume of 3%.
Could you send me the controls for this?
I believe they're basically the same, except, well, wait, I forget. What are the controls for the regular bot?
No, that's fine.
that's-
I didn't notice that you'd. I didn't notice the admin control panel had stuff happen to it. I can figure this out.
But if you need the controls, you can click help.
Echo.
Oh god,
Okay.
wait, there was a bunch of helps. Oh no.
It's okay. I got this. You can go back to roleplay.
So,
Features hashtag list for list of commands.
in terms of, like... Are they, like, dots for like the burn marks, or are they like elongated in any dimension?
I'd say they're circular. And they're like, there's one on the right and there's one on the left. And they're towards the center of the head.
Well, it could be either. I don't want to rule either one out.
Yeah, but a lightsaber would have pierced straight through the skull.
Unless it was like a really slight glancing blow.
Oh.
Yeah, but like one on both sides, like who's stupid enough to hit on both sides? Just chop the flipping head off.
It's okay, it's okay.
So, whatever, I think it's this. It could be this person who's trying to get into the that vault.
Could be. They could be. They could have like gotten trapped in there trying to hide from the security measures.
Yeah, that's a possibility. And then got shot by the security measures. That could be a thing.
Yeah.
Could you tell what this fucking thing does?
What? The computers?
Like the computers in the booth.
Okay, so basically they're connected to a greater network that essentially would allow me access to the entirety of the upper city's computer systems if I get through all of it.
Okay.
But just looking at it, I can tell that there's some dangerous stuff coming our way if I make one mistake.
Okay.
Are you sure this is definitely connected to the network, or
Absolutely.
this could just be? Okay, cool.
I mean, Merkava, you haven't looked at the booth's computer yet.
Oh, well, I was just speaking to more of what we found out. I'll take a look at the booth's computer then.
That's what I was fucking saying. Ah, jeez.
Cedric, do you need a drink?
I just had one, thanks.
Oh.
And I just grabbed like a bit of the rations.
Okay, so Merkava, do you put the headset on?
With all that salt, you're gonna get dehydrated, my dude. Yeah, I'll put the headset on.
So you get into like a user interface that looks very similar to the one you had before. Again, you feel this numbing of sounds around you as this projects an image in your mind. And you notice that like this is probably on the same network as the ones you've been seeing before, but this seems to be a higher priority terminal. And you can also, as you're wearing it and as you're getting used to it, you can kind of tell the architecture of it, and you think that, you know, if you actually get in, this thing will probably, the headset will probably probe you further and give you more physical control of what you're doing.
It's going to probe me?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Dude, it's gonna be the Matrix. It's gonna plug into the back of your spine.
Well,
considers proposal.
Access the keyboard. You can't access the keyboard though, because you have to stand to do that, and you can't stand.
Well, this is frustrating. Let's see. Sorry, could you prop me up?
What?
I need to stand to get to the keyboard.
I'm pretty sure that... Is that even possible, GM?
For you to pick him out of the chair and hold him there like a little baby typing on the keyboard? Yeah, that's
like,
totally
like he won't die if I do that? He won't like be unplugged from the machine?
Make a average medicine check.
Oh god!
Wait, shouldn't I make this?
Too bad!
Okay, sorry is the one asking the question. If you'd like to know, you can make an average medicine check. Actually, no, you'd know. Don't make the check. Wait a minute, I'll tell you afterwards.
Tell me. Do you...
Well, you make the check, Marshall.
Yeah, I
Merkava doesn't.
I had to check my skill. You said average medicine?
Mm-hmm. You can tell, like, a lot of the heavy lifting medically is being done by the brain cage, and while his legs are crippled and cannot work, and one of them is missing.
Wait, my other leg is crippled too?
I'm pretty sure it is, yeah.
No, it's literally just my arm.
Well, your leg's fucked up for sure. It's not usable.
You definitely don't have a working leg.
So,
no, because we amputated the one that was crippled.
Yeah,
That's
I
how
know.
I lost it.
both of your legs right now are not functional. The one on the left, I'll say, has been amputated, and the one on the right, you don't know if it's crippled or broken or something, but you can't feel it. And Marshall, you can tell that it's basically a wheelchair, like it's not a machine.
Okay, cool. I pick him up.
Okay, he's relatively heavy, but if you get Sless out of the booth,
he's one leg light.
So you
Does
try.
that mean my encumbrance goes down?
No, you try to do it, but you realize the two people can't really fit in the booth, and you can't hold him in a way that lets him access the keyboard without being in there with him. So, it's not really.
What if I use the keyboard for you?
I guess that could work. So, oh Jesus Christ. I mean, if you want to try, knock yourself out. So, what's gonna be the difficulty of these checks?
Well, first of all, I assume you're gonna put on the headset.
Yeah.
Okay, and again, you're deafened pretty much. What do you do?
Well, I kind of just want to feel out and just go through, see what's here to see, and make sure there's no just free passwords lying around.
Well, right now, all you can see is a username and password entry field.
God.
There's not even the thing where you enter the wrong password and it says hint.
All right now.
Well, just thinking out loud here, but there's not even much for me to work with here. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything with this right now.
Did we ever find a username or password?
We found a few, but not for this room, I don't think.
How do you know?
Because I believe we got them in the hospital, and it was said for hospital computers.
Was it hospital computers or all the computers?
I think it was hospital computers. We didn't get that many.
Oh, that's right. It was just a master key of all the computers in the hospital.
Yeah.
Does the lack of passwords make you angry, Merkava?
Well, not particularly.
It does. Strike her down.
I like how you ask and then just, no, you're wrong. This is what you're thinking.
Use your anger, your hatred.
Not all that angry right now.
It fuels you.
So after about an hour of them fucking around, you've had enough rest to wake up and straight under your threshold, Sless.
All right.
And you also just see Cedric leaning on a chair, just with his arms crossed, just staring at them.
Wearing a leather jacket
so you used to
and
lean
smoking
on...
a cigarette.
You've upgraded from walls to chairs, you son of a bitch.
No, I swear.
I get up and rub my head a little bit and say, "Oh man, I was terrified that poor skeleton was a Trandoshan."
Don't worry, it's not.
Oh, that's good.
Or is it?
Considering
pass out again?
About then.
with it.
Harvey, you see a beeping coming from the terminal that you activated.
Guys.
Click the beep.
Yes.
Beeping.
Click the button. Click the button.
No, well, okay, first of all, what is beeping?
It's a little light above the terminal. Do you go over to it?
Yes.
Okay, average computer check to get back in.
Click the button.
Not only do you get in, but I'll say that you also see the labels on one of the other nodes. So 1 second. Ooh. So first of all, you noticed. So you get in, and you can see what all the commotion was about as this happens. As soon as you notice it, do you see that?
Guys, someone's getting through the security, and it's not me.
And then you also get that extra label, and it is here.
I don't see anything. Is this supposed to be Chris?
This is just Chris.
Okay.
All right. Basically, someone's chunking through these security nodes at an alarming rate. And if they get through one more, I might be able to see who it is.
Okay, then why don't we wait for them to get through one more?
Access their webcam.
Do you need two people to get on the keyboard to make sure that this hacker doesn't hack us?
No, see, the thing is it'll be there will be a direct route between us and them. So if it's someone who's hostile towards us, they'll know where we are, which would be dangerous.
And we
so
can
I just
slide down the route towards them.
That's not how computers work.
Well, look, we'll just turn off the computer monitor and they'll stop the hack.
That's not.
Well,
Can I start does this strain me in any way? Hearing that.
No, it makes you angry. You should slaughter all these people for their horrible knowledge of computers.
Oh, does he have to make a cool check?
No, it's not that bad.
Damn it!
No, it's oh God, guys.
I say maybe we unplug it.
No, that won't stop them from accessing the rest of the security stuff. That'll just
unplug all of it.
Oh my God.
Eventually.
Do you think, Chris, by the way, without triggering any security measures, you think with some really difficult routing, you could get the other two labels you don't have? Since you managed to find that first one.
Okay. I'll give it a swing.
Okay. Then they're both. It's going to be 2 daunting checks. And remember to add your setback this time from sickness.
Oh, my bad. Oof.
When you upgrade the oh wait, you made them both. Shit, you got another 2 triumphs. Jesus. Wait, no, you didn't. No. Okay. So why don't you upgrade the next one? Because there's 2 checks.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
So your triumph, your second triumph. You didn't get the label, but you can upgrade this check.
Oh, Chris, don't forget to add your setback stuff.
I did.
I just noticed that the previous one you didn't add it.
Yeah, that was a mistake on my part. Alright, give me the label.
Okay, the label you managed to get is the one towards the top. And here it is.
Of course, the one I...
Oh, wait. I like how it has to be done 2 layers at a time. Are you ready? Are you ready? There's the first layer and then...
Oh. Guys. There's apparently a bestiary here. It's a Zillow Beast prison.
What's a Zillow Beast?
I have xenology check. I take it.
I guess.
No, checks.
No, wait. We already heard about this. We were told by the mole people that.
Oh yeah, it was that.
We were told that they believe the noise in the pipes is the Zillow Beast.
Yeah. They never really explained what it was, though.
No,
but a lot of people said it didn't exist.
It sounds terrifying, and if those things are, let's say, released, they might all die.
And then other people were like, nah, noise in the pipes, it just happens, man. You know pipes. They constantly growl at you.
Dude,
Yeah, whatever.
So what the fuck? You're such an impetulant child today.
He's completely embraced the Sith edgelord persona.
Whatever.
Look, it doesn't matter if they're released now. There's nobody here for them to harm other than
We're
us.
here.
You
Other than
lose
us.
access to the system, by the way, Merkava.
Wait, what?
So,
By the way, can anyone give me an excellent massage? I just think I really need one.
You know, you get over here, I'll see what I can do. Just don't expect much.
One hand.
Okay, buddy. I'll trust your massage skills.
Cuts you in
Alright,
half
what's
with
the
a
difficulty
lightsaber.
of this medicine check to give him a massage?
No, you give him your best massage. You relieve 2 strain.
Aw, how sweet.
You feeling better?
I think I feel a little bit better.
Oh, that's all I can do with one
God,
usable
add a
arm.
bottle of baby lotion to this, and you guys will be banging in no time. Was that weird?
Yep.
Yeah.
Why baby lotion?
Because it's the softest.
Oh, okay.
What are you guys up to, my friends?
I don't know, man. I'm getting my massage, and they're talking about this fantasy Zelo beasts.
Just kidding. The real reason is baby lotion's non-toxic, so you can ingest it. I'll let you imagine the rest.
I don't know, dude. Whenever I drink
I already
baby lotion,
did.
Marshall, whenever I drink baby lotion, I get pretty sick.
You're not supposed to drink it wholesale. I mean, everything's toxic at a certain level. Anyway,
When I somehow manage to ingest more bananas than there is me, I get a little bit sick from potassium poisoning.
when I ingest more bananas, that is... Did you know bananas are only like the 50th biggest source of potassium? Like, they're actually kind of shit.
No, they're
Bananas
also
are really that good for you in terms of fruit. There's like a
they're
whole
also-
bunch of better fruit for you.
they're also pretty radioactive when you really break it down.
Anyway, so I guess what's so there's a hacker and he's trying to release the Zillow Beast. Do I have that correct? Hello?
well,
So
according to Merkava, yeah,
if
I guess.
No, I don't think
The
that's what
Zelo-
Merkava said.
No. I'm saying, like, okay, so basically, they're one security check away. Could you pull up the map for me again? I just want to make sure I'm being 100% accurate here.
Average computers check.
Oh my. There's that. Dick,
You lost access to the system, and make sure your setback's there.
Did you
I'm also
send
gonna
him a
flip
picture and then delete it?
I'm gonna also flip Destiny. Oh, never mind. Okay. Well, you don't get back in.
Okay, so basically, he was one check away from getting to the central node. And between the central node and the prison, there is only one security check.
No, Marshall. There's a map of the network, and I moved him off of it.
Now, the thing is that there is a shared security check between us in the central node and him in the central node. So if he breaks down that security check, he'll have access to us, we'll have access to him.
Okay,
What
then.
do you think we should do?
I think
that's
we
what I'm
should
asking.
say hi and ask him not to unleash gigantic pipe creaking monsters.
It could be a she, for all we know.
Let's go with it.
How about they, folks? How about
Okay. So anyway, how do you think we should deal with it?
I think that we should, like I said 2 seconds ago, let them hack and then say hi and make sure and have them not do bad things by asking them nicely.
How hard were you hit in the head?
Would anybody else like to try and get on a computer?
You know what? Sless is feeling pretty brave. Sless, cracks his knuckles,
Slips on
Gets on
banana
that
peel and dies.
gets on that computer, is like, back
Cracks
in my
knuckles.
day, the window. I was a master of the Windows XP systems.
Okay, so
That's
Sless,
a pretty ancient system.
so Sless, or either of the other two wants to get in, because you guys can too, do an average computer check.
Cedric is still leaning on a chair
I'll
with his
could
arms.
I assist? Oh, never mind.
You see that Sless fails. Sorry.
Okay, I'll try.
Okay, average computer check.
I'm so glad that you didn't make me take 3 strain.
But you may have alerted someone to something. Alright, you also get locked out for like 15 minutes.
Does the advantage do something nice?
It resets Merkava's PC. It was locked out for like 15 minutes, it's reset.
Oh,
Oh,
you're back in, bud.
But he still has to get in, but he can attempt again.
Get the fuck in there, Merkava.
I say, this system seems a
Whoa.
lot different than Windows XP.
yes. All right, I'm in.
All the computers on his score use Windows XP. Except the ones that don't. They use Windows 98.
No. You got it wrong. They're powered by Windows Movie Maker.
Dude, that was the shit. I can't believe they got rid of it.
Yeah,
But
well, I
where is
didn't like it when they switched it to Windows Live Movie Maker, and I didn't like it even more when they got rid of it.
Oh, no. The original, like,
Mm.
back when it was an actual time, what do they call that? It had an actual timeline style of video editing where, you put slices of video in, and then they made it that weird thing where it's like boxes, and you connect the boxes, and I don't know how the fuck that worked.
Little boxes.
On the hillside.
So anyway, put me back on the map.
I did. Oh, did I send someone else there? Did I send Toe there?
No, okay,
No,
they're finally loaded. Okay.
You are
So-
there, are you, Merkava?
Yes, I'm there now.
Okay, before you do anything, I need to roll a check.
But yeah, like back in like 2005, Windows Movie Maker was like a really good quality, but then it went to shit in 2008 or 10, whenever they switched it to live. Then they got rid of it.
Kava, you notice something trying to access your nodes, but you notice that it failed.
Did it get caught by the security block?
Just know that it tried to access your node and failed.
Alright. Can I tell where it came from? Was it...
You just know that it tried to access your node and failed.
It's all you
okay.
know.
You know
Duh.
what?
I like that. Literally, Putty tells him the information, and then Chris asks, is that all the information? And then Chris needs him to reiterate it 2 more times.
I
You
just
try a
wanna make
hard
sure.
computers check to determine the answer to that second question.
Do you need me to help, Merkava? I can share my experiences back on his score.
Success and advantage.
Okay. You notice that it came from here, and with the advantage, it opens up another chance to try and find the label.
Oh, okay. Is that just a daunting? Still not allowed in. God, no, I can't get the label. How about that? Okay, so let's see. You know what? I'm thinking I'm going to try to break down that security protocol.
You're expelled from the system.
Oh, God damn it. I'm going to try to get back on.
It's a 30-minute lockdown on that computer.
Whoop, we got a half an
by
hour
the way,
cooldown,
guys,
boys.
I found the nice ID card if we ever need it.
Can I look
Cool.
at that ID card?
It's Shafana's. Why do you need Shafana's ID?
Because... reason.
What reasons?
Twirl's evil mustache.
No, okay. I basically want to see if there's any kind of useful on it.
I want to open
this
it.
It just has her picture. It's her driver's license.
Oh wait, that's a lie.
I'm just joking.
Okay.
I say, what exactly is the purpose behind the ID?
No, I don't know.
I was asking Putty.
It has her picture, her name, and the Zerka logo on it.
Okay.
That's literally
I explained that to Chris. I say it just has her picture, her name, and the Zerka logo.
Are we in a Zerka building?
You don't see any Zerka logos on the wall.
Then that probably won't be yes. And you know what? Give me the card. I'm gonna just wave it in front of the computer with all my technological know-how.
You all watch as a man in a wheelchair waves a card in front of a computer, seemingly to no avail.
Come on,
Alright,
guys.
I'll take
we
the ID card back and put it in my stash of ID cards. Thank you very much.
Guys, can't we just, like...
Lean on
Get
walls,
off this
that won't
planet.
do anything.
No,
I
dude, he's
was
holding the ball
about
up.
to
It's
say,
very-
Kasari.
I don't know, Cedric. You have been pretty useless in terms of helping us lately.
Oh god.
You know,
I just
Useless,
walked
you
over.
think?
Yo, Toe's like the kid who gets beaten the fuck out of by the gorilla at the zoo, and then he just gets right back in the cage the next day.
What do you do, Cedric?
I'm just gonna have, like, the most, like, not evil, like, as in actually evil, but just an evil glare at
I
Stare.
got you, because you're not actually evil.
Okay.
I'm just gonna stare annoyed at Sless and say, well, I'm going this way to see if I can actually get a ship to get us off this rock. Do you guys want to come with me? Sure. And I just walk out, try and walk
why
out
would
to
you
the other
answer
door.
the question that you proposed?
There seems to be no locking mechanism on the door itself, but there is a terminal next to it.
I'm gonna look at the terminal and try and unlock it.
Okay, make an
Oh.
average computer check.
I want him to fail and then get really frustrated.
Sweet. It's just-
I'm gonna flip destiny. So
Yes!
it's one challenge, one
Yes!
difficulty.
Uh,
Okay, so you definitely notice that you've stirred up the network a little bit as you do this. But you access the open door function and get a glimpse at the network. I'm gonna just copy Cedric's character over.
By the way, I'm a big fan of just letting someone see the map for a few seconds and then taking it away. That's a cool idea. I'm assuming that's what. Whoa! Oh!
Oh.
No! Oh, fuck! No! I literally, as you said that, literally.
That was fucking hilarious. I just imagine that's like we accidentally walked in on our parents having sex or something. We were all just like, ah, my eyes.
It was going so well.
I look at it and go, doesn't seem
Did you
too
do
bad.
anything useful over there, Cedric?
As you say that, the door opens.
ta-da! Good work, buddy.
Yeah. I see what this network thing is now. Looks really boring. Let's go.
Oh. You need, like... You need some coffee? You seem kind of...
Yeah, I
more
do
s-
need some coffee, but first I want to get off this fucking planet.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see.
Okay, Cedric, as you walk into the section of pods, it's mostly empty. There are a few pods towards the retractable walls. There's another door to the inner city. Not the inner city, but the inner portion here. And you notice over here is a kind of square glass elevator.
By the way, when Cedric kind of walks out, I kind of turn to Kasari and I kind of whisper to her and I say, "You know, I understand that we all want off this planet, but doesn't he seem a little bit weirdly, like, too eager?"
Yes, he punched you in the face. He's not a cool guy right now.
He's not a cool dude.
I'm not really thinking too straight either. I think I might have a concussion.
Oh my god, we need an ice pack for you.
You know what? I think once we get into space, we're just gonna take like a
We're
week.
all so fucked up right now.
Spacecation! Woo!
Yeah, we should go to Space Disney World. Is one nearby?
There's Naboo.
Is there a Disneyland Naboo?
I mean, it's relaxing. It can be relaxing. You just like sit by the water, fish.
Can we fish for
What you're
Gungans?
saying is that the Magical Kingdom isn't in Naboo.
Actually,
No.
can we hunt Gungans? Sless, do you want to go hunt Gungans?
You know,
That seems like a crime.
I'm up for it.
So, Cedric, do you go in the
I
elevator?
hear they are pretty primitive, even more so than the Wookiees.
No,
I'm
they're
gonna-
obviously lesser
I'm
beings.
just gonna like have a look at the controls. Like, is it like the terminal? Is there a way to like easily get up and down?
Yeah, it says T1 and T2 on the controls.
I go, there's more of this, and I sort of walk back to the door, like stick my head through, and say, "I found an elevator. Are you guys coming?"
Hold up, Home Slice. This thing is slow as hell, and I'll do spins as I move towards him. Might as well have fun with this thing.
Oh, you are going with him, Merkava?
I mean, might as well. I mean, there's no reason to split up the group.
If our
And we have a half an hour
computer
before I can even.
experts leaving the terminal, I don't know if me and Kasari will be able to hold off this hacker man. So
No, the thing is I'm
Hackers.
locked out. I'm locked out for a half an hour anyway.
There are 19 other computers.
Yes, but I doubt my skill in getting to the main
all right,
network.
but
through
before
those.
we leave, we should
At least
definitely
without
unplug
triggering
the
major
computer
consequences.
monitor to make sure that he doesn't hack into the
If
system.
we can't see them, they can't see us. Good thinking, Sless.
Slash, why don't you
I-
make? Do you want to make an average mechanics check to see if you can turn most of these off?
All right,
I'm flipping Destiny one difficulty, one challenge.
can I flip Destiny?
I mean, sure, yeah.
I'm waiting
I feel like
for,
it's Sless's destiny to flip these off.
No, I can't wait till you get like 5 threat and just pass out halfway through.
Oh my god. Does he pass out?
He's not even see
Oh,
us.
I forgot to add a green dice. Let me.
That could make all the difference.
It could.
I just want to see it have nothing.
Slash, you go around frantically searching for off switches or plugs or anything. You start to get really frustrated. You come to like the 19th terminal you look at, and then you just blast your pistol it, and then you like breathe a sigh of relief and then go, "Oh, I'm feeling really lightheaded." You take 2 straight and pass out.
Ah!
Oh. Okay. I mean, I'm not at my straight.
You're not? Oh, you're not. Never mind. Never mind. Wait, weren't you at 1 under threshold when you
I
woke
gave
up?
him
Yes,
the
but I-
Oh, the must. You think to yourself, "Oh, I would have been passed out enough if it wasn't for that amazing back rub."
You know, thematically, I'm willing to pass out. You know.
Okay, so yeah, I guess I'll do a spin move. I'll move it towards the elevator. A very slow one, but yes.
You all head up the elevator, leaving whatever that individual on the network was doing to
That
his own
seems
devices.
like a bad idea.
No, it absolutely is, but I can't do anything about it right
There
now.
were
Hey,
19
don't
other
worry,
terminals.
Well, now there's 18.
I turned them off with my power blaster pistols.
Yeah, but saying you can't do anything about it right now is wrong. There were a bunch of other computers you could have worked on.
My thing is, if I screw up on those, we'll have security on
Did
us.
you not hear me, Kasari? I handled the issue.
I know, Sless. It's okay.
What's it like to be the last sane person on a sinking ship?
So you get into a much thinner section as you get up to the elevator. You see some more of these retractable walls, and in the distance, a door that seems to lead somewhere. There's no door to the inner city, the inner portion, sorry, of this layer, at least in this section. And there are actually no pods in this section either. It just seems like a long corridor with the glass window on the outside.
Oh god, the greatest enemy of the Jedi.
Glass.
It's kind of funny too, considering there's a Jedi temple.
You just start hearing Duel of the Fates as Kasari walks up to the glass.
Wait,
Colin, let's have a look
the
around.
Jedi temple. Let me put that into GM under. There you go.
Where are
see anything. Where are
which
we? Are we
hallway
here?
are we in?
Are we here?
No, you're over here. You're here.
Okay.
So
I say I feel a disturbance in the GM overlay.
So as you come up, by the way, if you care to look out the window on your right, you will notice towards the top part, you can still see the underparts of the still rising cloud of dark storm that rises out of your view after a little while.
Oh, it's like is it cold air or hot air that's lighter?
Hot air.
Hot air.
Hot air. It's like hot air. Just
Well done,
rising.
Sless. Well done. Let's go.
Thank you. I like
Stop
to
moving
imagine
this
I'm
way.
making the best observations of the group at the moment.
So what are you guys up to?
Well,
I
what
guess-
the? You said this is glass right here?
No, that's the retractable steel walls you've been seeing throughout the place.
Oh.
The outside is glass. The outside window.
Is there
big
a
glass
terminal or
pane.
anything next to
What's
It
in
seems to be
here?
controlled from a long time ago. You can't see in there. It's
Oh, it's just a wall.
Wait,
Yeah, this is metal.
Did you say it's not controlled from a place, it's controlled from a dimension of time?
I did not say any of those words.
Oh, I thought you said it's I thought
Are you okay, Marshall?
I swear to God, I thought you said it's controlled from a long time ago, and I was like, what the fuck does that mean?
Okay, that I might have said. It's accidental. So it's not controlled by anything nearby.
I was like, we are screwed, guys. These guys are operating on the fourth dimension.
It's probably controlled from some sort of, I don't know, security hub.
Okay, a long time ago.
A long time ago.
I guess our only really option is to go north.
Yeah, let's
What?
go up.
I don't operate a linear RPG. What are you guys
Fine, I
talking
cut
about?
the
You can
glass
jump-
wall open and I
There you
jump
go.
out.
There you go.
Race to
Okay.
the liquor store.
Lightsaber check now. Okay, you walk in, you see a little placard before you do that says, "Welcome to Nitrosane Government Research Lab." And as you
Ooh.
walk in, you can you walk throughout the sterile corridors,
We've
the
heard
white
about this lab.
the white floors and the bright lights, and you notice as you go along a few offices, one of which catches your eye, Ordito.
Oh shit, man! Ordito got all over this fucking city. She owned this bitch. We go in.
As you go in, you see a couple of trunks with a few things laying around, a few chairs, a few desks, and 3 mobile terminals.
Oh, sweet. Can I mount them to the wheelchair?
You could probably put it on the armrest.
Oh, hell yeah.
My God, you're becoming
that's
like a disabled Urkel or something. You're just like,
The mobile terminals have the letters on them. One has Z, one has S, and one has H.
Well, we should probably do them in a way that would sound fun, since they have letters. So let's break for like 5 minutes to figure out the funniest combination.
okay. Maybe just start with one.
Which letter are you on?
S, since my name has an S in it.
Okay, S is actually, it's not just personal security. This seems to be some beefy shit. It's going to be an
There's
average
no
computer.
S in the name Merkava.
Oh, well, I was speaking from a meta perspective.
There's no S in front of Chris. Oh wait, do you say starts? You didn't
No,
say start.
I said it had.
I just had a stroke.
Chris
So now it's going to be an average check. Not only is there going to be an average check, but there are extra security protocols on this terminal that you've never seen before. It's going to add another 2 step back to the check. And that's on top of your sickness.
Yeah! The setback ain't shit.
No, it is not, son. So you successfully get into the terminal and you see a number of tests on various creatures, small rodents up to humans, actually, of spores, viruses, diseases, a lot of it related to Murakami, and you find one log. It's quite short.
Alright. I will secretly read the log.
Alright, then you have to be the one to read it out loud if you're the only one reading it in character.
Okay, fine, I'll read it.
No, you gotta read it. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Go.
Oh, okay. So, the destructive power of the substance pleases me, and while I have been tasked to develop it on a larger scale, there is potential for something a little more personal. The force-sensitive nature of these spores, that explains a lot, might make them more malleable than first thought. I will now begin my experiments to inject the spores into an equally malleable crystal. I only have a few of them laying around, so I should be careful, but I have time.
She made a disease lightsaber.
He's down with the
Oh,
sickness. Oh no.
That literally sounds like what that is. Like a lightsaber that gives you disease.
So, it's like, boom, you have AIDS. Congrats.
Also, your arm's gone, but...
Wait, wouldn't it just cauterize and kill the disease on contact?
No, it's special. It's disease. The fire only makes it worse.
What do you guys... do you go to a different terminal?
Yes.
Okay,
We'll
H
go to
or Z? Ooh. Okay, that is just going to be personal security. So any bonuses you have personal security hacks, add them in, and it's an easy check.
Don't I have one boost?
It's for you to check, friend. Marshall, bring in that bass.
Okay, yeah.
What?
Every now and then your mic lets off a small hum.
Oh, is it humming? Okay. I can fix
Barely.
that.
Yeah, no, it's kind of nice. I like it. If you could just leave that on and not talk, it'd be great.
Wait, what?
Okay, so you get into it. You get into a basic desktop. You get into a basic desktop with a bunch of standard software like games and word processors and stuff, and 2 logs.
What kind of games?
You find Snake. You find Solitaire.
I am getting Solitaire. I'm downloading that onto one of my data pads.
I'll let you do that. Okay, so which order do you want to read the logs in?
2 first.
Actually, it's Toe's turn to read, so Toe, which log first?
Oh, let's go in order, babe. Let's go in the correct order.
There you go, that's log 1.
I'm almost ready to get out of here. Working so close to my sister has been illuminating. It seems she plans to use her creation to complete one of Greer's rituals, so I'm going to have to talk her out of that one. Just in case, though, I've taken my research in a few different directions. Firstly, the basic cure. I've synthesized it. I synthesized a rather pure substance from the Murakami violet samples. I brought in and put it into as many vials as it would hold. Unfortunately, there wasn't enough in this batch to really act as any form of mass relief to the contagion, and it's not really a long-term solution to any infected population. Still, the bottles I was able to create can help 1 or 2 people. 1 dose should be enough for a force sensitive that'll let them fight off the virus naturally, and after a week, a simple operation to remove the spores from their stomach could finish the bugger off. For people who aren't so connected to the spores, though, a longer dose will be needed. 1 vial a day for a week should be enough to break the spores up into small enough substances for them to pass naturally. But since Shauna might want to make this whole thing into a bigger mess, I needed a more wide solution. So I used some of the violet and some other chemicals back home. Most prominently, Sholokak?
Laka.
And I came up with an airborne virus of my own.
Airborne. Boom, it's done.
Would you like log 2?
I don't know, man. Let's just not read log 2. Oh god, it's got that word again. The Shulchok has been rather successful, but it's not really a cure. It violently purges the infected cells, making sure the virus cannot spread, and does eventually destroy them all, but it's unlikely the subject will even survive the process. Still, it's a relatively humane way to put anyone out of their misery, and I'd rather go through with that than let Shada keep them all like this forever. I wanted to store it somewhere she wouldn't find it, so I tried hiding it in the temple. Though it would be the last place she'd look. But it was odd. None of the people at the temple seemed to be Jedi. They certainly couldn't sense who I was, and I was able to waltz in there and section off one of the empty meditation rooms without anybody else noticing. From there, I got access to the ventilation system. It seems somebody has shut off access to one of the lower city zones, so that's weird. But I was able to link all the rest of them. I installed a massive canister of Shulchok, and I can send it through the systems. So if I have time before we leave this place, I can put these poor fuckers out of their misery and make sure this doesn't get off the planet. It could do some serious damage if the fool tried to go to a major population center after getting infected with this stuff. Interesting. So the cure's in the Jedi Temple.
Well, something's in the Jedi Temple. He said it wasn't a cure.
Well,
He said it's something that kills you.
you know, I would rather die than turn into one of those things. At least then I could meet my god.
Well, we've already got that sort of cure. That's nothing special.
Says it
Yeah, I can
years
put-
to pick up.
Well, this Jedi temple might not be a Jedi temple anyway. Seems a bit odd.
I don't know, are you sure? The GM who I left the thing on the map who said it was a Jedi temple.
No, shh.
Shh.
Would you like to look at the other terminal? Merkava.
Oh, yes. Let's see.
It's personal security again.
Merkava.
God, I have so many dice to roll.
You access. This is again just a normal terminal with the same games and same programs, and you have some conversation logs from a messenger app.
Okay. What kind of messenger app? Can I download that too?
Yep, sure. Yeah, actually, you already have it.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. No.
I'll
There you
put
go.
these guys in my contacts in case I want to talk to them later.
I think it's Marshall's turn.
You going to be home today? Yeah, maybe. But you can always talk to me here. On here, you know. Sure. It's just nice to actually talk. Also, notice how nothing's fucking blacked out like usual. We can actually see their names. Sure.
It's just a personal messenger app, you know. It's not long
It's
range.
just PM. Sure, it's just nice to actually talk to you every now and then. We haven't really had a chance to since we left the capital. Sorry. It's been really busy. Don't I know it? Oh yeah? How's it going? How is that going? Pretty good. I have my hooks in with the separatists and the jackers. There are a lot of negative emotions there. I think I can frame those gangsters for the ship destruction plan without too much of an issue. They know me as Kotora. That's a lot of progress. Probably more than we've been doing, honestly. Although I think if this comes off on Malastare, it'll be a big blow. You were always better in the bigger population centers. Yeah, there's so much energy around. Humans are so negative. It makes it easier to feed. You remind me so much of Mother. I know you never knew her, but I think you'd have loved her. she and Zin were always at each other's throat. Me and Zin get along so well, though. You're not exactly like her. I got her curiosity instead of you, and you're a hell of a lot more tolerant than any of us. Huh. Going to pick up some dinner. Be home tonight. Don't work yourself so hard. Oh, man. Sith are so lovely.
They're so sweet to each other.
Honestly, why are we even their enemies? We should just be friends with them.
You might well have killed
I
one
mean,
of these
occasionally
people.
they punch you in the face when they get too mad.
You might well have killed one of these people.
We definitely
fine
killed
with
one
that.
of them. We killed Helda for fucking sure.
Are you sure, though?
I thought it was Helda. Could have been Zed. I could have been
No, I'm not saying are you sure who it was.
No.
I'm asking if you're sure she's dead.
Didn't
I
we
don't
cut
think
her
she's
in
dead.
half or some shit? What did we do to her?
No.
Nah, she got away.
She got away with some fucking Sith fire teleportation thing.
Oh! I thought she burst into flames and died.
No,
No, there was no trace of her afterwards.
no, she turned into a smoke monster.
I just assumed that as a defense mechanism, when they're about to die, they burn up so that their bodies can't be like, I don't know.
Also, at the time,
they're
Cedric
like
and Merkava also said
a
this.
predator.
At the time, Cedric and Merkava agreed with you, Casaria, and they haven't really talked about it since then, so I'm a little surprised they're so convinced she's alive now.
Yeah, so yeah, fuck you guys. Don't act like you're all... You just went on fucking Putty's bandwagon. That's all that was.
Gee, it's not like you've had extra information since then.
Well, I wasn't present during all this, so I don't even know we killed this Helda person.
Indeed.
She's gonna be pissed when we see her.
She's like missing legs.
We just wanted to go and pick up some dinner.
She never came home from dinner. Some Jedi killed her. Okay, you guys accessed all the terminals. What are you
All
up to?
the terminals.
Is there any other takeaways from these discussions?
I want to chug some schlock.
Do you though? Like Zinzalin also provided a cure in these logs.
Yeah, he's
then I'll
also a
chug
cure
some-
somewhat.
That cure too.
Yeah,
I think you already have.
Don't drink the shoal chalk.
Genuinely, I think you chugged
you're
some of
right.
it, but not enough of it yet.
You need a
No,
vial
I
every day.
definitely chugged enough for the day.
Yeah.
For the day.
But you need a whole vial every day for a fucking week. We need 6 more just for you, and then we need 1 for Merkava and 1 for Cedric.
I mean,
Yeah, come on.
That's 8 vials.
I whispered to Kasari, do we really need 1 for Merkava and Cedric?
Oh my god.
They seem like it hasn't really affected them too much.
They're still sick.
Merkava looks like death.
Yeah, Merkava's all fucked up, man.
Cedric's skin is still gray pale.
Mr. Sith Lord, why can't you inhabit me so that maybe I can meet my god?
Hello.
Oh my god.
You're fit. Healthy. Trandoshan. I'm sorry. I don't do furry.
What?
Trandoshans are scaly.
Yeah, that would be a scaly.
I was talking about. You know what? Fuck you. I don't want to inhabit you anyway.
What a reasonable
Look, man, you're talking about a different kind of fetish, man.
So was there anything in this room besides the terminals?
There's a bunch of belongings laying around. Are you gonna do a hard search?
Oh yeah, babe.
All right, hard perception check, friend.
Oh damn, shit's about to get crazy.
Cray.
I get out my
Insane?
I get out my Sherlock
Remembering.
magnifying glass and I start looking around as the Scooby-Doo music plays.
Also, we may have a problem.
What?
You did play instead of roll.
Oh no, we're gonna die.
Oh.
Oh,
Like 2P 2G. What?
Oh god. Oh god. Well, we'll just wait for that to come.
I'm gonna delete that. Get rid of
What is this?
So
Roll
basically,
your check, Marshall.
basically, the new jukebox, the rhythm. Oh, jukebox is back, by the way. But the rhythm bot.
Oh, look who's back.
The rhythm bot has the capability to just search videos on YouTube. So if you just say play and then type words, it will just take the first result on YouTube it finds using that search term.
Oh. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it is. It's useful if you know exactly what you're looking for, but if you type in random nonsense, it will give weird stuff.
We should sit down like one day and just mess with it.
Also,
And
what
just
was
type
your roll
random
for,
things
buddy?
in.
You don't know?
Okay. Well, that's a lot of failure right there.
You find shirts.
I
Nice
found
looking
shirts, guys.
women's
I
shirts.
be
Some
looking around
underwear.
the room too.
Some underwear that's actually your size.
Is it girls' underwear?
It's girls' underwear, yeah.
Okay, I'll take it.
All right.
It's mostly blue.
I like blue.
That's a little bit weird. Just picking up someone's random underwear.
I don't
but,
have underwear.
All right.
It's all
What?
Back it's all back at the ship. I haven't changed in days.
Okay.
Neither of you. If anything, it's gross you haven't thought about changing.
I don't know.
You also
wore those clothes for months before when I was back on Kashyyyk.
All my clothes are
By
covered
the
in
way,
zombie
the fact
juice
that
and
you
blood.
guys call that planet Kashyyyk and not Wookiee, extra racist.
So you also find some men's underwear that looks around Cedric says.
Did you hear me though, Putty? Can I
It's
can
weird
I
that I
also
know
be
Cedric's
looking around
size,
the room?
but I throw him the
Sure.
underwear.
Make the hard perception check.
I just hold them
Sorry,
out.
have you been like
really
ruffling
weirdly.
through our stuff while we sleep?
No, I don't know all your sizes by heart.
Hey, look at that.
Okay, so you find 5 credits, a vial of purple liquid,
I chug it.
and okay.
Just kidding. No, wait. I chug it tomorrow.
No, it's been about a day since you last drank it, really.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I chug it.
Yep, cool. And then you also find
The Sith Emperor.
I knew
Oh god.
Okay, cool. I put it in my pocket. I'm like, I'm sure that I can sell this for a pretty good price.
It does sickness damage.
Mm-hmm. Putting it in my inventory. The sickness crystal. Does it have any? I didn't check. Does it have any encumbrance?
it does not. Not really. Like, obviously, if you tried to carry around 100 of them, we'd start talking about it, but not at one.
Kasari awkwardly looks
Cool.
into her bag where she has 100 crystals, and she's like, she just doesn't bring it up.
Actually, I'm like, Kasari, you collect crystals,
I
right?
do.
Do you want this crystal?
I would love it.
I hand her the sickness crystal.
I run off like Gollum with it and put it in my collection.
It's a red Kyber crystal that's like the shape of most of the lightsaber crystals you've seen. However, it's got like a strange grey glow around it.
I eat it. Just kidding.
It's one of the
immediately go.
You get stage 2 of the sickness, and the party is complete.
Oh, I would have been like, you get all 4 stages of the sickness.
No, but you choke on it though.
You
so
become
that's death.
You become the avatar of sickness. You just look at people and they become sick.
Oh god. Okay. Does anybody else react to this handing over of the sickness crystal?
I
Kasari,
dig
do you
a
think
hole in the
that-
backyard and bury it there.
I think that might be that crystal which was referred to earlier.
Exactly. I agree.
So,
I think it would look good in her collection.
I agree. And I definitely think we should never use it, because it will simply spread this horrific plague across the galaxy.
just make sure nobody gets their hands on it but you.
And I gotta remember not to eat it.
Yes, also do not fucking eat it.
Don't matter.
God.
You eat
We're gonna
crystals.
find out whether Kasari eats the crystal next time on Dudes of Utapau.
She's gonna have to roll a cool check, isn't she?
Stares at the crystal. Don't eat it.
And I'm gonna leave it there for this week.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I had so much fun today.
Why doesn't Cedric-y Begrady get us out today?
So we'll see you guys next time, where I get to play even more of an asshole.
That's
Yeah.
possible.
See you guys next time.